Greetings, citizens! Is it possible to survive 100 days on a geode floating in the sky? It's a question I never thought I'd have to ask myself, but here we are. Today we'll be taking on FTB Skies 2, a mod pack that's jam-packed with a veritable smorgasbord of mods made specifically to boggle my mind. It will be our job to make this geode into a home where we can not only survive, but thrive. Whether you're doing chores, doom scrolling, or just relaxing, I hope you'll join me for a while. Let's begin. Well, this is a bit strange. Whoa, hang on a second. Are we on a Star Destroyer? Oh my. Okay, that is a bit odd, but I don't think we're gonna stay here. Yeah, this is incredible, but not really where I'd want to set up. So, why don't we check this out? Welcome to FTB Skies 2. Activate portal to start, and portal control, activate? Ooh, fancy. Definitely one of the more interesting starts to a new world. Gotta hand it to him. Alright, I guess this is where we begin. In we go. Ah, yeah, here we go. We get to select a starting base. Ooh, geode. That would be pretty cool. What else do we have? Got an island. Got the regular old skyblock start there. Mystic Grove. Peaceful Island. Some of these look like they already kind of have things built out, and I don't want to do the regular tiny skyblock island, so why don't we do... This looks pretty simple. The geode, just a couple trees. Looks good to me. Let's do it. Alright, here we are. This is going to be our little island for the next 100 days. And I'm not quite sure how to get started, but luckily for us, if we look up here, we have a quest book. And I think that should be helpful. There's a lot going on here, but I think we should probably do the getting started quest line. And then from there, we can move on to some other things down here. And right away, I'm recognizing some things that we saw when we did all the mods. But there's a lot here, so I think it makes sense to just do some getting started. Unsurprisingly, it looks like we start by getting some wood. I couldn't agree more. Hey, welcome to Minecraft. Thank you very much. Then once we've done that, we can turn it in to get Grandma's Treat. That's a little bit weird. Oh, a bacon sandwich. Okay, I'll take it. And oak saplings. Yum. And then we've got some kind of branching paths we can go on here. You know, I'm not really sure, so why don't we start the way we typically would? Just grab ourselves a pickaxe. I may as well plant these oak trees, because I'm sure we'll need them. And then is there exposed stone anywhere? Not that I can see. So for now, let's just check if we've got anything down here. Uh-oh. Was this not the best island choice? Is this literally all calcite and geode material? There's no stone? Because I'm gonna feel real silly if this is all calcite. We don't, there's no stone. What are we gonna do? Oh no. Well, there's gotta be a way to create it. Okay, so there is mystical agriculture. That's something we can look into to get cobblestone. There's also a couple other ways that I'm not as familiar with, but I mean, we could also just do a cobblestone generator. Also, we're checking off some things here. Get some oak logs. What do we got here? We got dirt, which will help us get some special saplings, apparently. Ooh, but I do see as a part of getting started, there's these strainers, which gives us pebbles, which gives us cobblestone. So maybe that should be what we do. We try to follow this quest, get ourselves some cobblestone. Okay, composter, leaves and saplings, and throw it in a composter. Okay, we'll try it. Also, there's no torches. These are lights, it looks like, but it's gonna get dangerous at nighttime. Is there also a way to make, any torches or anything like that? We've got a composter. I've got a couple saplings. What? So is it different than normal composters if I put something in here? Or we just get bone meal. Okay. Onward for now, and hope for the best. Oh no, I don't have fallen tree. I might have to install that. It's one of those quality of life mods that I kind of can't live without, but for now, we'll just do this. We'll replant these, but it's also a little annoying because I'm pretty sure this is going to create a ton of podzol, and yes, I kind of hate that, but we need more saplings. That should be enough. Let's compost the rest, and not be able to get bone meal yet. Might take a bit. Did I miss anything? We have a campfire over here. It does look like these charged quartz fixtures are giving off light, so I'm hoping that saves us this night from any mobs. Ooh, we could go fishing too. That might be a good idea to get some stuff, but we'll need string. Alright, I'm gonna see if we can just stay safe through the night. Hope these lights do it for us. We'll wait for some of these trees to grow, we'll compost, we'll get our bone meal, and we'll see if we can continue moving forward through the quests. Wandering Trader has spawned. Where? 232, 235, like inside here? I don't know. I'm guessing a wandering trader just spawned here and completely like fell off the edge immediately. I don't know. Ooh, they're giving us some nicer chests for making a chest. Mighty kind of you. Don't need them just yet. Actually, it's still nighttime, but I realized something. The reason it's trying to get us to get bone meal, and I was confused, it says fertilizer, I think it means bone meal, just getting it the usual way, is for string, because you can use bone meal on fertile grass blocks to get growth, and it can be, basically it gives you wheat or hemp seeds, so there's new kinds of things you can get, and apparently we can turn that into string, which would be very helpful because, I mean, for one thing, we could use string to go fishing, but the other thing I noticed, see this over here? Somebody already planted something for me, and this one is mature, industrial hemp. So if I right click that, I get the hemp fiber. And I got even more with some seeds. We can replant that. Okay, so we keep this going. If I press U on there, yeah, that'll give us string. It's good for composting. Okay. Good. So we can turn this into string. And if I get, do I need 2 or 3 pieces for a fishing rod? Something like that and that. Yes. There we go. Now we don't have to waste the rest of the night. I can spend my night fishing. And surely there will be some useful things I can get out of here. Whoa! What was that? Did you see that? I got fish essence. I do want to do mystical agriculture, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, but that was really weird. There's some sort of fishing thing happening. I'm going to take a closer look this time when I do it. I kind of just panicked and clicked. Okay, so here, am I trying to go for the yellow or the green on that thing? I don't know what that is. All right, either way, let's just fish until morning, see what we can get. We'll probably have some trees to go for as well, and then we can get a move on. What? Ribbit? A frog just spawned in. Hey buddy, how's it going? Well, it doesn't feel so lonely around here anymore. Okay, that's very strange. Apparently we're gonna just get random spawn-ins that, I don't know. Anywho, we got quite a bit of stuff overnight, and I can't exactly remember how to use this, but it will come up because I noticed in first materials we pretty much got all of these now, almost. So we'll collect all of that and get silver coins, which I don't know what they do, but we'll figure that out. I want to keep going with this though, so we will get to that eventually, but for now I think anytime I harvest some of this, we're gonna go put it into here and hope that that helps, and maybe you can help too. You can do some of the tending of the some of the tending of the trees in the garden and fishing? I don't know. Either way, let's make some more progress. Something odd that I'm noticing, not only are these spruce trees not creating podzol beneath them, but it made me take a closer look at the grass. Do you see what it says up above my head there? It says fake grass, and it says it's birch, which I have literally no idea what that could mean. That also worries me because in here, it says using bone meal on fertile grass blocks, and these are fake grass blocks. So does that mean it's not going to work? That's kind of worrying. What do these coins do, by the way? What is this? I'm pressing these and it's not... What? I don't know. Maybe it'll tell us later. Oh, also, I planted some extra kelp down here because I'm wondering if we can use that for composting as well. Let's just see. Let's take one up here and... we can. Okay. Taking us a while, but we're gonna get this stinking bone meal. I refuse to be defeated by a composter. Trade me lapis for a thunderstorm? What does that mean? Ooh, thunderstorm trade. Why would I want a thunderstorm? Or he didn't mean keep away a thunderstorm, did he? Alright, cross your fingers on that. I don't know what's going on. It appears we're safe. Alright, there we go. Another night of fishing has just gone by. We've collected quite a bit. I made a new chest over here for all of these essence things. I also picked up some sponges. That's kind of neat. And I've got some compostables. So can I finally get a piece of bone meal, please? Come on. Come on. Yes, there we go. Finally. Alright, so we've knocked that out. Ooh, I didn't even look at the reward. We got hoppers. That'll come in handy. And now we need the hemp and string, which I already got. I'm guessing if I just put them in my inventory, we will get the quest done, please? Is that not what it was? Wandering trader spawned. I'm having trouble believing that, because you said that last time. Ooh, wait, I see him on the map. Did he? I'm pretty sure. Wait, follow him, yeah. They're definitely spawning, but in a very unfortunate spot. Oh well. Now, as far as this, what if I put them down and pick them up? Will that let me complete the quest? Also, be careful up there, Francois. I named him Francois Frog, but I guess it's not going to let me do that. Unless I also have to do this. No, that's optional. Or maybe I do have to use the bone meal on the ground? I'm not sure. What do I look like to you? Alright, I'm probably gonna regret this, but we've got this fake grass blocks. Let's make some room, and I guess just hope for the best. Is this going to do what we want it to do? I can't even click. I can't even use this on the fake grass block. Okay, hold on. So, grass block. Do we need to get that first? Dirt essence on nature essence. Do I have those? Or moss around manipulation essence. This mod pack is already messing with me. Dirt and nature essence. I don't think I have either one of those. Okay, did I just like pick a really, really bad map to try to do this at then? Oh, okay, so maybe this is we were supposed to do this optional quest. Oh no, I misread it. Touch is optional. Touching grass is optional, but getting grass is probably not optional. Okay. Breed a grass that only spreads more of itself. Get some grains of infinity and toss them in a puddle of water with some dirt, and the essence-rich fluid will convert them into grass seed. Alright, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. So grains of infinity, which we may not be able to do in hardcore, because it's telling you to just jump off the edge, basically. Unless that's something different, that you don't actually, like, take damage and lose the world if you fall off. I'm gonna hate testing this. And there's a thunderstorm. Wonderful. Things are not going well at the beginning of this one. I'm having very bad luck. I have no bed. I can't sleep this off. It's telling me I have to jump off into the void and potentially lose this world already. Alright, the weather cleared up. I'm going to finish clearing out these trees, and then I think we have to try it, just jumping over the edge, but I don't think that counts as us losing the world, if it does, because it's telling me to in the quests. It also said we could get close to the void, but I can't think of a way to do that without... well... I guess I could with a water bucket, couldn't I? Well, in that case, I was picking up some iron essence, and unsurprisingly, that could be turned into raw iron, which I can't smelt without the stone. Oh, I'm getting turned around everywhere. Well, stone essence, can I use this? With coal essence. Okay, we might be able to figure this out. With Roman ingenuity. So coal surrounded by stone, that gets us 20 stone. Even just one of these will be fine. Okay, that is a relief. We can do that. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn all of this into cobblestone. Get Stone Age. We can use... You hear some rustling nearby as if a creature is approaching? What? Excuse me? No. That's not... Whoa. It's a loot llama. Leash it before it runs away. I don't have a leash. Oh, but it's dropping me things. Observe and leash a loot llama. How do I... String and slime balls. Straw. I don't have that. Or just lots of string. Can I do this quickly? I don't think I have enough. No, I don't have enough. It's too late. We'll have to keep an eye out for the loot llama, I guess. This is so strange. Anyway, what was I doing? We want to make a furnace. Why is that not giving me a furnace? What's going on now? Okay. Furnace, and this takes a campfire. Oh boy. Yeah, I wasn't ready for this level of, throwing me off, and because I mean we could, what was it, we can get this to get 6 iron. Okay, I can get some charcoal. Is there going to be some custom recipe for campfires too, or is this okay? No, that's going to work, so we can do that. We can do this. We can get a furnace. We can put you here. We can put a little bit of the extra coal in there along with the raw iron. I can also make myself some torches now, which is nice. Okay, so we're being saved by this essence stuff that we found while fishing. That is incredibly helpful. Oh boy, okay. And then the point of all of this was to get, again, this better not be some custom recipe, but if we do that, okay, good. We can get a bucket, can use that to get water, and then I'm hoping what we can do now is use water to get close to the depths of the void, and then hanging out low enough will allow you to passively collect the grains, which is what we need to make real grass, which is what we need to check this off. Oh, it's so complex. To me anyway, but you know, my brain, she does not work so well. Alright, we will go in the morning, because I'm worried if we leave up here, there will be things spawned by the time I get back, so I'll just do some more collecting. I'll let you know when it's morning, and we'll see if we can collect these grains of infinity. You know what I just realized? I completely forgot about phantoms, and luckily I don't think it's tonight, but it must be tomorrow night. So we need to work on a bed too, which is Fluffy Puff, or Sheep Essence. Oh, you can make it with string. Okay. How many string can we get now? Was it 3? Oh, wait. Can you... Oh, you could turn this into more seeds. Okay, I wish I had been doing that. Because right now, I can only get 1 piece of wool, right? Yeah, we need 3 of these. Unless we have sheep essence. We have cow essence, but no sheep. Okay, it is turning to morning. We can work on that next thing, but we should continue to plant more of these. That way we can get some wool and a bed. Actually, those couple we just got, that gave us quite a bit. Can we... Is that enough? Probably not, actually. Thinking of the... Yeah. Close, though. Actually, really close. One more piece of this, and we can get a bed. Grow for me. Grow. And yeah, anyway, we were supposed to be doing something else. What are we doing here? Got some iron. Give us some of that. We got... Twerk to work. Okay, creepy. If you hold a hoe in either hand and spam crouch, you could speed up the growth of nearby crops. No way! I'm totally doing that. Hold it and crouch. Whoa! That was nuts. I mean, it broke the hoe, but did you see how quickly that went? Okay, read the useful tips next time. Okay, wow. Yeah, that was incredible. Careful up there, Francois. Look at how much it gave us. That's incredible. Okay, so, I mean, yeah, we clearly have enough now to do this, get ourselves a bed, and we don't have to fear the phantoms or the nighttime now. And yeah, just, come on, Legion, read the useful tips. He says as he doesn't go to read more of the useful tips. So that's speed up the growth of nearby crops. That's incredible. We've got, I don't know why this crafting station thing is helpful, so I'm not going to use that. Crafting and a stick, those are kind of nice. Just, you don't have to take them out of your inventory to use them. Got nature's compass and explorer's compass. Jetpacks, you don't say. Ooh, okay, that'll be something to look into. Get ourselves a jetpack. I wouldn't mind that. Got easy villagers installed, all-in-one tools. Ah, we can do the, whatchamacallit. Oh, that's what it's called, all-in-one tool. Okay, so yeah, there are some useful tips here. What do you know? We'll have to look back to do that, but I keep putting it off. Let's, collect this here, and then we need to go try to get our grains of infinity so that we can throw themselves into water with some dirt to get grass seed and, you know, yada yada yada. All right, so we need to put water down somewhere, like right here. Should work fine. We just do this. When we wait for it to get all the way down to the bottom and get as close as possible, I guess, and see if we collect what we need. All right, I'm guessing that's pretty close to the bottom by now, so I guess we just carefully sort of head down here and hope for the best. Yeah, I don't like it any more than you do. What Y level would be considered the bottom? Because we've gone quite a bit. Is it raining again? Jeez. All right, we're going into the negatives now. I think generally it's around like negative... Oh, we just got one. Hey! Yeah, I was going to say generally it's usually around negative 59 or something. We're at negative 40. That's when it started giving me some. It's about negative 35. So let's just get a little bit closer down here. Make sure we've got enough. By the way, how clever are we? Totally worked. So negative 50 is probably pretty good. I'm just going to hang here for a bit. Maybe we'll get like 12 or something. And then we'll head back up. All right, there we go. That's what we wanted. Let's head back up. And we are victorious. Look at that. Double, triple Legion head. What more could you ask for? And now that we're up here, we need to set up an area that is isolated from the fake grass because we don't want that to spread. And maybe we'll just dig up an area over here, get rid of all this fake junk. Then we'll try to just make sure it's separate from the other type. And we'll just check, make sure that it doesn't spread. I think it can maybe go 2 blocks. If it does, we'll just add in extra stuff. But then how? Skill point. K to open your skill tree? Whoa. Can get higher melee damage. Oh, over here. Points left. Add to your movement speed. Sprint speed, swim speed. Cool. It's like an RPG. We can actually advance our skills. Look at all this. Ulta mine upgrade. I'm guessing that is like vein mine. Don't know how to use that though. Okay, anyway. Dirt and water. So literally just that. If we go dirt and grains of infinity. Oh, hello. Grass seed. Right click it onto dirt, convert it to normal grass, which will spread. And then of course that unlocks this one, which we already did. We can get all of those things. We're making progress. Finally, we're almost to the strainer. Okay, so if we fill this in and put you right here, we finally have regular grass block, which will grow. Okay, let's just get a couple extra of those just to make it go a bit quicker. Once that all grows, we will use our bone meal. Everybody happy. I have a feeling I'll have to come back and do some of these other ones eventually, but for right now I just wanted to get to this because I think it'll be helpful, at least for cobble. So place these in water. They'll passively collect the essence drifting through void waters. Nature essence that it collects is good for blah blah blah. Okay, so if we want to make one of these, we need sticks, spruce planks, cloth mesh, which is string and sticks. Okay. I'm starting to get the idea here. Luckily, we've already got plenty of this stuff, so I'm just going to turn all that into string. We need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Do that. We get ourselves spruce water strainer. Now, when it says it passively collects things, we just put this here. Will I just be able to take it out of there? Oh, it already says 1 granite pebble, 1 stone pebble. Ah, yeah, it's like an inventory. Okay, good. And I'm assuming we could probably make more of these if we want to speed it up. But first, I need to kind of get the idea about what it's doing for me and figure it out from there. But I think this was part of the quest. Stone pebbles, was it? Yeah, whoa, look at all of that. Woo! The path of cultivation, oh my goodness, we already did a ton of this without knowing it. Although I don't know how we would have done it otherwise. It all worked out. Yeah, this is what we started with. Pulling at the right time shall let you reel in what you've snagged. Possible to catch something extra rare. Yeah, so that's how we got the essence. We understand. We get it. We got this for... This is what we did in all the mods. Combine with some inferium essence and get prosperity seeds, and crops can be made that will grow essences passively. That's what we want to do. At least for some of these. So we'll look back into that in a moment. We got our cobblestone, probably not the way it intended us to get it, but we got it all the same. And we got our furnace, so we're good to go there. See, it was all worth it. Ooh, and the next one here is a stone cobble generator, and it's just something you place down and it steadily fills an inventory. We gotta get that. Okay, we need lots and lots of cobblestone to get compressed cobblestone, lava bucket, water bucket, glass. I think I could probably make this happen. Ooh, look at all the things that this strainer is making. That's pretty handy. Okay, so one of them was lava bucket. So if we follow this quest line down here, I'm guessing it'll help us get one. So we need fire sticks to form a fire, wood-based blocks burn away. They can become ash. Don't care too much about this stuff, but it just wants us to do it. So get ourselves 2 fire sticks, and it liked that, so we can get these. Rod of hostile ignition and rain shield. We're going to spend most of this video just being confused about what these items are. Wants us to make another campfire. I am on board with that. There you are. Ooh, and we can cook with a skillet. By creating a tempered jar, cobblestone can be steadily and fully heated until it melts into lava. Wow. Ooh, and good to know. You need a tank because they will just throw the lava all over the place as a fluid clamps. Okay, yeah. Alright, give me a minute. There's more weird all these things are weird. I just gotta make more weird stuff. Tempered glass, cast iron ingot, which is just heating glass, and... oh, heating iron again. Okay, so it's not that bad. Luckily there's sand down there, because I'm not really sure how else we would make sand, but also I'm curious, can I just start this campfire? No. So I guess we could just put this one down next to it. We've got bonfire lit. We can get, I think I need 6 pieces of sand. We will have to automate that eventually, because obviously that is something we will run out of. Ah, and actually this needs to be a blast furnace. That's why it's not working. Okay. Or campfire cooking? What? Can I literally just put this on a campfire and that will... It works on the campfire too. Okay, that's fun. Let's get some glass in here. Hopefully it turns it into the right thing and that wasn't a waste of iron. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Cast iron, I think. We can turn the glass into glass panes. We only need 7 of these, I believe. But they also have to be cooked on the campfire because that's, you know, just how you do. There we go. Now we should be able to do this with that and get tempered glass jar. Gonna need a bit more iron. Wait, didn't I have more? I thought yeah. Need 1 more bucket. I don't actually know how to do this next part. Apparently you put cobblestone into it while it's heated. So we get a second bucket, and then I guess we just try this and see if we can pick up, so tempered glass goes on top of there to be heated, and then I put cobblestone into it? Is this how it works? Ready to craft, making 1,000 millibuckets of lava, which is, I believe, 1 bucket. So yes? Well, I guess that's not as difficult as I thought it would be. It's not over yet, though. Did I guess right that it needs 12 exactly, or is it going to tell me that that's not quite right, or... I don't know. I'm afraid it's just going to, like, shoot lava out at me. Alright, here we go. It's almost done, so... Where's my lava? Oh! Whoa! Fluid capsule. Okay, how do I get this into a bucket, please? Can I just, like, click you on the ground? No. What good is this? What am I supposed to use this for? Yeah, it said that. They'll put them in the world as a fluid capsule, but what do I do with that? I guess I can make one of these, a basic fluid tank. Redstone and iron. There's always more steps. Always more steps. I'm glad I did all that fishing earlier though, because now we can just kind of move along with all these things that I've already got. Okay, basic fluid tank, move items with iron ingots and redstone. We can make one of these. Make a fluid tank to store your fluids. There you go. Now, if I put you next to this, that doesn't look right. It just says without a tank beside it. And that's what I've done. Also, I guess, by the way, am I able to like put this into here? Ah, that's what you can do with it. Okay. And then we can take this, take it out, get the lava bucket. That's what we were looking for. I am so smart. That gives us what we wanted, which means we can now get... Oh yeah, I need all that cobblestone and something. Oh, just glass. Okay. So once we get ourselves lots and lots of cobblestone, we should be able to get this, which will give us yet more cobblestone, which is stone pebbles and stone essence, which I think I have a bit of each of those. Stone pebbles, we just do like that, get ourselves more cobblestone. That's from the strainer. And then if we look for stone essence, we might have to go fishing, because that will only get us... Yeah, I doubt this will be enough because we have to do this. Oh wait, no, didn't we only need 6? Let's check. Yes. Oh, we're cooking now. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Glass in the middle. Water and lava gets us a stone cobble generator. 1 cobblestone per second. Wow. Okay. Pretty soon we're gonna have to actually build an official like starter house. I've just been excited going through all of this stuff, but right now it's just all over the place. I'll do that in the next 10 days. I just want to wrap up by, getting this all set up. So, place the block down and it will output cobblestone steadily to an adjacent inventory. Is it actually as easy as that? I just put down a chest right here. And then do I put it like on top of it? Or maybe I'll do this. I'll put this here. I'll put this right here. Yeah, it's showing it breaking and it's going into here. Nice. We could fill this chest with cobblestone. That is so nice. I love this thing. All right, that is going to solve a lot of problems. And we're also like just blowing through this getting started, which is very nice. Oh, I guess I could have used this functional storage drawer for that as well, but no matter. Either way, this is looking really good. I'm going to take another look through getting started, seeing if there's anything else that would be really handy. And maybe actually the other thing we should look into is automating some of the stuff. I don't know where to find it, but with mystical agriculture, like iron, for example, that would be very nice. Oh, also, FTB shop. This must be what the coins are for. So valid items for silver coin. We could submit a silver coin. Submit. There we go. Then we get a gold coin. So it looks like you can buy things you might need in the shop for coins, which isn't a bad deal. 4 silver coins for an iron furnace. Yeah, I should have realized this earlier. Okay. So we might come back to that. We've been collecting coins. That's pretty awesome. But like I said, I'm going to take another look through all of this, probably think about how we can get some of the mystical agriculture set up. And then we also need to think about building something around here because it's just, all out in the open right now. We should build a house. We should get an official garden set up. Just get things a little bit more organized around here. So give me a few. I'll get that plan going. And actually, before we cut, we never did use this bone meal. So we'll do that real quick as it starts to rain. Boom. There we go. We could say we accomplished that and got some wheat seeds, which we should plant, actually. Okay, I'm going to do my planning. I'll let you know once we are ready to go, and I'll leave you with a hyper growth of wheat using the crouching method. Look at that. All right, see you in a few. I decided getting our starter house built was priority number 1. I like sleeping under the stars as much as the next guy, but an imperator needs quality lodgings. While we work on this, we can do our first Roman fact. Roman legionaries were nicknamed Marius Mules because they had to carry about 60 to 80 pounds of gear on their backs, including tools, cooking pots, and 2 weeks of food. The name came from General Gaius Marius, who forced his legionaries to carry their own heavy gear instead of pack animals, increasing army speed and mobility. We now have a lovely little starter home, and look who just showed up. This guy actually has some really good trades, and he takes coins for some of them. I mean, look at this, Mysterious Cube. I think that's how you start AE2. And an emerald for a diamond. I don't have any emeralds, but that's kind of nuts. Look at these things. What? He's selling my head. Look at this. I mean, to be honest, buddy, that's a little creepy that you're selling my head. But hold on, I want to grab my coins, and we can appreciate the house too. Check this out. Built into the natural geode, so it's sort of natural in the back here. Plenty of space. I moved everything over here, and there's no rhyme or reason to it, really. But that's because I'm hoping we'll eventually get some sort of storage mod that'll clean that all up for me. But we'll see. I brought coins. I would like a mysterious cube. That's kind of expensive because it's gold instead of silver, but we might use AE2. It might be a little bit too advanced for 100 days, but I want it just in case, in case we can do it. Aside from that, like I said, I don't have emeralds, so I can't buy my head. That would have been really cool. Guy stone, that's also AE2. I'll get one of these just in case, or maybe two. They're pretty cheap. Dreadful Dirt and Delightful Dirt. These can spawn in either nice mobs or hostile mobs, and I mean, that could also come in handy. Let's get a little bit of this. I don't know if I'm going to be using any of this, but I don't want to wish that I bought it later and then this guy's gone. You know what I mean? But thank you, sir. You're actually helpful. Most of you are not helpful. But yeah, anyway, we, I think, made some progress. I've been collecting on everything as far as the sifter, the mystical agriculture stuff. We were able to get some new tree types out of mangrove and acacia from the sifter. There's plenty of room in the house to fill with new things that I actually have a couple ideas about, but I'm not quite sure yet. But also I made an exciting discovery. You'll remember that we were looking into starting mystical agriculture. It's a really good way to generate resources in a small area like this, where there's just not a lot of natural resources. And if we look at the quests, under generating resources, you have mystical agriculture over here, and there's different tiers that you have to go to, but you'll notice in the very first part, or maybe it's the second part, yeah, right here, it kind of says right away, prosperity shards, you need a lot of these to make different seeds in mystical agriculture, which is hard to say many times in a row, apparently. Now there's a problem with that. Prosperity shards are mined from prosperity ore, and I don't know if you noticed, but there's not really anywhere around here that has any ore, aside from basalt, the calcite, the geode type stuff. So that's an issue, but what's this? It's prosperity ore. And I hear you, Francois Frog, how did I do it? Well, it turns out this other getting started quest down here, the Dripper. I was able to make one of these, and it's actually pretty cool. You can make a lot of different things with this. So for example, if you go into the Dripper here, you'll notice it gives you the sort of thing you need to drip over a block, and then what block you need to drip it on, and then what it gives you. And it turns out it's really lucky we have access to a lot of calcite here, because we can drip lava onto that, and it creates the prosperity ore for us. It also has other uses that I haven't really looked into yet, but, that could come in handy. Whoa! Polymorphic fluid onto block of emerald gives you a block of diamond. Wow. Okay, so yeah, useful stuff. Anyway, that's how we're going to be making the prosperity ore, which looks like it needs an iron pickaxe to make. I just started recording for the morning and I cannot speak today. We need an iron pickaxe to mine the prosperity ore, so we need to make one of those. I keep leveling up too. Look at this. What am I? Yeah, athletics. I'm quite athletic. Let's get some more movement speed. Nice. Oh, did I already? Yeah, I think I already did that. I already did all my iron stuff. So we can make ourselves our first iron pickaxe. And there's a lot of quests. Look at that. New loot bag available in the shop. You don't say. Well, first of all, let's get some of these, more coins. And it's wanting us to move on to the power chapter to start generating power. We'll do that pretty soon. I think we might need it. Holy! Did you see that? I was in my inventory and 3 creepers just showed up right in my face. What was that? I just right-clicked and... What? What is happening? Oh, you have no... That scared me so much. My heart is racing. Why did 3 creepers just show up and nearly nothing even popped up here? What was that? Oh, my heart. I can't handle that. And where did all of you come from? Okay. Ooh, okay. Calm down. I need to calm down. They just popped up in my house right in front of me and were about to explode. I right-clicked and they went away. I have no idea what happened there, but apparently I'm not even safe in my own house. Let's try to quickly go back to it. I was looking at it, said there was something available in the shop, but I don't see anything. Oh, that might be helpful. A carpet so that traders always end up on this block instead of in your face. That's kind of nice. But I'm a little bit upset that I don't see this loot shop, or loot bag, or whatever that it said I was gonna get. In any event, why don't we just put this right here, so wandering traders will hopefully spawn in there rather than over the edge. And then out of curiosity, how would we make emeralds? We could do that with mystical agriculture. Don't need any just yet, but just kind of curious since there's not any in the world. Oh well. Anyway, we should start moving forward once again. So that's kind of one of two things that I'm thinking of right now. One is we get more of this prosperity ore. And just to show you how I did that again, we'll put the calcite back beneath there. Head over to our lava generation here to grab a bucket of that. And I just kind of keep doing that because it's not automated quite yet. Then, oh, it looks like there's already lava in here. Is there? It looks like it's dripping, but I don't see anything. Can I add more lava to that? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that just drips over the calcite, and then eventually that should convert. So while we're waiting for that, oh, there it goes actually right there. You just see that? Beautiful. So that's how we're going to get this stuff. And yeah, we have tons and tons of calcite that we can use, but there's also a way to create that we'll eventually look into. But anyway, we could do this and see if we can get a start on mystical agriculture. I was thinking we'd probably build a platform off to the side of the geode to do that. Can I help you, sheep? Is there something I can help you with, bug eyes? Yeah, okay. But there's all this grass. Go do something. Go get a life. But anyway, the other thing that we could do, I think smelting will become an issue. So I was going to look into different kinds of smelters that we could automate rather than a regular old furnace. And that could be setting up create. We know that that's pretty easy. We could do a create smelter. Shouldn't be too difficult, honestly. But I'm sure there's also other options in here somewhere. So maybe I'll take a look around, see what the options are, and if we want to do create, or if we want to try something a little new. So I'm looking through the different quest lines, and one that I actually miss quite a bit is mechanism. Again, that was from All the Mods 10, but I really liked that one, and I think you can do... Oh, here we go. Powered furnace. So you can make an energized smelter that is a powered furnace that can be upgraded, and that might be kind of nice. Let's see if we can get some basics on here before we go on to mystical agriculture, because I think that might take a bit more. I don't know. I can't remember how much it takes to get started with this, but I do know we need lots of osmium, which, like many things in this pack, it looks like is kind of circular. You can get osmium with mystical agriculture. I'm sure mechanism will come in handy for going back to mystical agriculture, all that sort of thing. But I guess the important question is, do we have osmium anywhere? We have zinc, we have tin, nickel, lead, not osmium. Was that one of the ones we could get with the dripper? Does anybody remember? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, I got another... This better not be another creeper thing. Oh. Quantum goat? Ah! Holy... Okay. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't expecting jump scares when I started this pack. Alright, I'm kind of at a loss. I cannot figure out how to actually start the process of getting osmium. So I guess we're not starting with that. We're gonna have to, I don't know, see if we just run into it randomly. So that means we'll give mystical agriculture a shot. As long as there's nothing else on getting started we think we should immediately do. Oh, this might be it. It looks like there are sky villages out there, and you can use an explorer's compass to find it, and then that would be how you maybe get some of these materials. If that's the case, is that guy still here? He had some of that stuff, didn't he? Hey, you. One more thing. Come here. Explorer's compass. Gold. How do I make the gold coin? Can I, like... wait a minute. Was it in the shop? Gotta be a way to get one. Like that? No. Well, that stinks. I think you have to wait until you get them from a quest. Okay, that's a bummer. I don't think we can... I mean, we can get a nature's compass, but I don't see that being helpful. What are these? What am I doing here? Oh, I'm taking it out of here. Whoa! And then can I take one of these out? Oh, there we go. That's how you convert it. Okay, awesome. I figured it out. Explorer's compass, thank you. Yeah, so it's these up here. I was able to put all my coins into my little, like, purse here, or whatever, coin purse. Then you could take them out through this. Okay, good. We are learning. And then out of curiosity, Explorer's compass, Sky Village, I think that's what it said I was looking for. Oh, there's one about 900 blocks away in that direction. Alright, well we're not doing that yet, but that is really good to know. And yes, I'm getting quite distracted, aren't I? So we've got that, we're happy. Ooh, oakskin elixir. I thought it was going to give me a backpack. Aw, poo. Wow, and a $50 coin. Can I put that in here? I can. Distracted. Okay, I am going to see if I can knock out the first few things on mystical agriculture here, which I might be able to do because I was collecting some of these things. Inferium and wheat seeds. Oh yeah, we've got plunte. There we go, we do that. We get inferium seeds, and optional is the farmland. I remember the farmland being kind of garbage, so I don't want to do that, if I don't need to anyway. I might need to, I can't remember. But next, we use the prosperity shards to make... Oh no, we need a diamond. I think that's going to be most of this video, the whole one step forward, two step back type of thing. Did I see that you could maybe buy a diamond? Basic resource bag, 5 randomly generates starting resources. Ah, only an 11% chance of 2 diamonds. Alternatively, you could channel lightning into emeralds, but I don't have emeralds. Drop polymorphic fluid onto an emerald block. I don't have emeralds. Or more sanely, find some while exploring the Void Islands. Once you have a few, you'll be able to generate more. It keeps talking about emeralds. How do I make emeralds? Alright, I've made the decision that we are going to try to find that sky village. I know I said we would do it later, but it seems that we need some more, like, starting materials. We got a pretty good boost forward with all of this stuff. The sifter, all of the stuff over here that we picked up while fishing, but it's just not enough to really get started, it seems. So we're going to check out this sky village and see what we can find there. And speaking of, if it's a village, we might be able to capture some villagers while we're there. Oh yeah, I think we could just pick up the villagers using easy villagers, so we don't necessarily need one of these quite yet. So yeah, just if we find villagers, we need to bring them back because that might be the best way to get emeralds, which apparently can be used to get diamonds. And of course, the reason that I'm doing this is because if we're going to be heading out, I want a full set of iron gear. Also, would we be able to get a backpack to bring with us? That might not be a bad idea. Basically just leather and string. String is no problem. I think we have cow essence, which means I should be able to make myself a backpack. I do. Use that to make some leather. Get a chest. Is that everything I need? Yep, look at that. I can get a backpack. Can I upgrade it, however? Yes, I should be able to. Let's grab some of this and make sure we can get a little bit of everything we need. So we need full armor. Let's grab some of this. Suit up. Boom, 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 boom. Looking much better. We've got the pickaxe. I actually don't know that we need much else other than that. The armor was the more important one. I will bring extra cobblestone. We will upgrade our backpack just so it has a bit more space in it. Then is there a slot for this? How do I put this on? It doesn't look like I have curio slots. That's a little bit annoying. Oh wait, here we go. Back. Aha! And I can open it up. Okay, good. So lots of extra storage if we find good stuff out there. We are going to be doing lots of bridging. So I'm just going to get tons of slabs to make it easy for us. And I think it said it was this way, right? Yeah. Why don't we just make a spot where we can go out the back right here. Get a door so we don't have any whoopsies. We'll grab the rest of our iron just so we've got it on the move, but I think we're just about ready. Bit nervous about this, leaving our little beautiful area that we have set up because things are starting to look nice and I get worried when I have to leave the safety of home. Better be worth it. Melon slice for mendostone? There's just a bunch of weird things spawning in. I'm not interested. We're ready. Let's head out. We've got the bed, we've got iron, got lots and lots of slabs and wood and that sort of thing. I think we'll have enough food, but yeah. Got about a little less than 900 blocks to go. I am going to do half slabs so that we don't have to worry about... Hey, buddy. Don't have to worry about lighting this up. It'll be non-spawnable blocks. Alright, see you in about 100 years, citizen. I nearly forgot. We're way out here now, but I should probably have a shield because I'm planning on working through the night. And just in case, there shouldn't be anything allowed to spawn on this, but you never know. Getting quite a ways away. And I turned up render distance, but still not seeing anything out here. Morning is approaching. We worked through the night, and it looks like we're nearly there. That looks very nice. Hopefully they have plenty of goodies for me. I am going to have to increase in elevation once we get closer. We'll have to collect lots of taxes while we're there. As the new provincial governor. Completely legal, I assure you. Alright, I think we're at the point where we can start to turn, and we'll just do something like this, go up, and just keep doing this until we're at the village. And I am seeing, well, first of all, an owl. That's interesting, but on the minimap I see villagers. That's good news. I don't think I'm quite going to make it. We might have to dig our way in. Would have been nice to connect right up to that bridge thingy right there, but alas. Also, I see an emerald right there. That could be osmium too. Jeez. Why do they get all the good ores? What are you? Oh, that's prosperity ore. That's the other one that we needed, but we're able to actually make. Hey, Sky Village quest and materials, if you say so. And yes, we are going to have to dig our way in. My apologies, friends, but we are here. What are you? Spirit lantern. Ooh, and chests. Okay, it is time to absolutely unleash the loot goblin nature. What do we have here? Oh, feathers. How useful. Hopefully you've got some better stuff here. Got belladonna seeds. Okay. Ooh, there's some kind of AE2 charger in here. We'll totally take that. There's a Fluix block? Wow, there's some stuff here that this is like really hard to create. Don't mind if I do. Let's start loading up the backpack. Wow. Okay, if that's any indication, this is going to be a very worthwhile trip. Oh, hey, buddy. You're not trying to hide up there from the tax man, are you? Whoops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. I'm trying to see if I can pick you up, but that thing is in the way. Just don't stand close to it. Go on. Move. I'm trying to break this thing you're standing on. It's because of my shield? Why can't I pick you up? I know there's a way to pick up villagers and easy villagers, but you're being a naughty boy. See, now you're stuck over there. You see what happens? How do I pick you? Ah, there we go. It was just the rose bush. So yeah, shift right click and you can pick up villagers for easy villagers. So we're going to collect as many as we can while we're here. Also, something gave me a speed boost. I think it was that little fairy that was flying around. Okay, there's a jar. We're taking that. We are taking whatever's in here. Ooh, cracked gem of the samurai. Bronze bolt. Okay, I will take it all. Ooh, there's charms. I love these things. What does this do? Player's health drops below 50, releases up to 8 homie spores around them. They deal damage. Okay, cool. I don't really want to do that around villagers, but kind of neat. All right, I kind of don't like this speed boost. It's gonna make me feel like I'm gonna fall off. What is that up there? Chthonic gold cluster? Can I break it? Yes, I can. What is... Okay, it's a gold fragment. No idea. But I see lots and lots of friends up here. Hello. Would you like to come with me? Yes, you would. Would you like to come with me? You would? Oh, good. Making so many new friends. Lots of things that are just so useful. Why, thank you. Got a tinkering table. Why not? Trying to hide a chest from me in here. Ooh. Alright, I guess we didn't need to make all that iron gear. Redstone alloy ingot. Sure. I am very glad I thought to make the backpack. We wouldn't have been able to bring half of this stuff. Less than half. We need to get down there. There's a really good looking spot down there. But first, I see more chests. Antimony? Okay. Another spore sack. Stalwart bronze ring. Does it do anything? I'm thinking I should have made 2 backpacks. We're already full. Ooh, a globe. I love these things. 2 empty chests. Very useful. Thank you. I'm not finding diamonds or osmium, but we have the villagers, so we might be able to figure out how to trade for that sort of stuff. Wow, look at this. Doesn't that look cool? Enchanting table. Can I pick this up with an iron thing? Yeah, look at that. Okay. Stackable books. That's very cool. I want some. Lectern. Yes. We'll take some books while we're here. Why not? Brass ingots. That might come in handy. All right, I think we're going to have to get rid of some of this stuff. Don't need a raw pork chop. Ooh, infinite ham. Is that what I think it is? Regenerates to its original size no matter how much you carve it. So we have to like unlock it, but that might be infinite food for us. Nice. Somebody's hiding a chest underneath here. Barrel booty, because we found lots of booty in barrels, get it? Yes, quite amusing. A saddle? Will we need a saddle for any reason? Probably not. I think I've pretty much thoroughly looted the entire place. There's another infinite ham. I don't think we need 2. I wouldn't mind a cooking pot or a stove. There we go. Okay. Ooh, there's beehives. I have too much stuff. Okay, I think we got more than what we came for. I think the villagers will be the most important thing because we could use them to get emeralds, which allow us to get diamonds, apparently. And that can help us start mystical agriculture, but yeah, I think I've pretty much cleared this place out, which means it's time to head back. Quite useful. Thank you, everyone. Well, I guess everyone is in my pocket now. All right, homeward bound. Oh. And in case we're wondering, there's actually another sky village on the other side over there, so I have no room for anything, but good to know. There's a second one if we need it. Yeah, this was a long way away. We now should have what we need to set up a little villager area, and in fact, we got an extra one from a quest reward. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we have what we need. We can get 5 of these easy villager trader blocks. We'll try to get a little spot set up over here, just nice and easy. Maybe move a little bit of this. Most of this stuff I'm just trying to build into the area as it exists. Just kind of, I don't know, a little bit disorganized, I guess you would say, but I just like the way it looks. That is 1 too few, but I guess we could just keep one on standby. Get a globe on top of this, some of the stacked books. Lovely. Now we get you guys. Oh, where'd you go? He's not shown in there. That's, I can take him out, but weird. We will have to... Oh no, this is enough. Why was I thinking I didn't have enough? I don't know. We'll have to see if we can change them. It still says toolsmith, but I think we can. I need flint. Can I make flint? I don't have the things that I need to do that. but I might be able to use create to get it done. We have andesite pebbles, which we can use to get andesite. With iron nuggets, we can use that to get andesite alloy because we can mill down cobblestone into gravel. So this looks like it should be pretty simple. We need shafts as well as andesite casing. There we go. I wanted to try, oh yeah, also let's try the ham, see if this works. Oh, you don't get a lot from it, but it is, you know, it lasts forever, so kind of neat. Anyway, yeah, I didn't want to do too much create just because recently I've been doing a lot of it. But at the same time, if it's something that I know I can do, we're gonna do it. Get ourselves a hand crank because I don't have power yet. And then I think we want a large or do we want small? We might want small. All right, let's see if we can do this. Millstone with a cogwheel, hand crank on top. Let's throw 8 cobblestone into there and then just do this, and it should be turning all of that cobblestone into gravel. Embrace the grind. Uses a lot of hunger to do that, but we have infinite ham. Look at how big that thing is. That's incredible. Oh, wow. It just ate a ton. Look at how much it filled. Never mind. That's great. There we go. There's our 8 gravel. Now we can do the vanilla way of getting the flint. Keep breaking it till it gives us some flint for, there's one, some stick boys, and I will have to go, actually, hold on. We should do that now. Plant some monster spruce saplings so that we don't have to worry about it later. I hope this guy sticks around because he's still selling the diamonds, and if we can get those quickly, emeralds that is, we can get some diamonds right away. Oh, I totally forgot to mention earlier, and I forgot that I had it. We do have vein mining, so I should be able to just do this, or ultimine, I guess I should say. Shapeless, ultimine, hold this down, and boom, takes it all out in one. That's what we want to see. I completely forgot that we had that. There we go. There's a fairy out here. What do you do? Hello. Bippity boppity boo. Oh. It took my shield off and gave me speed? Okay, whatever. Now we can make a couple of these fletching tables, give them to you guys, and start getting emeralds. Let's start with a few here. There we go, nice and easy. And there's our emeralds. We've got 12. This guy is still here? Where'd you go? There you are. Hello, sir. I will take you up on that diamond trade. How many can I get? 10. 10 total. Okay, well, there's our start. We've got diamonds. I'm gonna do a bit more trades, then let's see what we can actually, like, use the diamonds and emeralds for. It's kind of looking like it's more difficult than I thought to continue getting diamonds off of stuff. Actually, that's not too bad. I don't know, this is stuff I've never worked with before. Molten diamond over a void crystal, which I can do. Ooh, but a casting basin, that looks kind of nuts. Yeah, I think with all of that, we got the diamond that we needed from the trader. Why don't we shift back to trying to get some of the mystical agriculture stuff done? Because now the infusion crystal we should be able to do by using a diamond. And I'm pretty sure these have a durability. Yeah, 1,000 uses. Okay. So kind of expensive. We need a diamond every time. But it does mean we can move forward. If I remember correctly, we need this. Because I essentially am looking for iron seeds. I love to be able to grow iron. So let's see if we can do this. Is that sheep still around? Because... oh, say, you want to come down here, buddy? Because I'm kind of trying to get some wool, and that's not the safest place to be. Nope, nope, you're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. Alright, you know what? Whatever. Just give me the wool. We'll need red dye, so I am going to grow some of this beetroot. And here comes the podzol, so we didn't avoid that entirely, it seems. We can always fix that later. Nearly have what we need. I just want to get a few more beetroot for the dye that we'll require. There we go, that should be plenty, I think. Yep, gives us all we need, 9. Should be good to go. Also, smelting up some gold that I got from the essence we fished for, which means we can get an infusion altar, and then we need 8 of these pedestals. And I need more gold. We can get 5 right now. Then once we have those, we also need prosperity seed base, which I know there's a way to make these. This is strange. I can't seem to figure out how to make the prosperity seed base because this isn't what I did before and there's no other recipe for it. Well, I'll keep trying to figure it out, but a wandering trader just spawned on top of our house for some reason. What are you doing up here? Do you have things that I need? I guess I could take more diamonds from you. You have exactly the same things as, the other guy, pretty much. Okay. Well, they don't seem to be despawning, so I'm just gonna leave you here. Alright, I guess we're gonna try the tempered jar thing. Can I break this without, like, can I just pick it up and use it for something else? Because I don't think it needs heat. I think we just put it down somewhere normal and then combine tempered glass jar, combine anything with seeds and prosperity shards. So seeds, prosperity shards, normal temperature mix. This is not the way I did it before, but if it works, it works. Oh, okay. All right. It's different. Well, all right. Let's get a few more, I suppose. I guess we just have to follow the rules of the mod pack. Oh, it takes a lot of these prosperity shards, though. I'll have to get more. There we go. This should give us 4. I don't really remember how many we'll need, but that should be good, I hope. Also, what happened to my pillar things? Sneaky guys, get back here. All right, so I guess we start with tier 1 seeds because I think iron is tier 3. Yeah, iron seeds are tier 3, so we need to kind of work our way up to that. Also, do we have space or should I make a new area for this? Probably a new area. And since we have the house here, the way out the back there, maybe we should build off in this direction to make an area for mystical agriculture. We can maybe just make like a little circle or semicircular path off of here and then expand it as we need because I don't actually know how much space this will require. Let's start with kind of small and then we could always build it larger. There we go. Something like this should do. I didn't need nearly as much slab stuff as that, slabbage. So this will go right in the middle. It shows you where to put the rest of the things, which is mighty kind. There we go. Make sure it's lit up. We don't want any trouble out here. And then what is it we're trying to do? We just need any tier 1 seed. Maybe dirt. I think I've seen that we need dirt stuff before. So 4 inferium, a seed base, and dirt. Easy enough. So the dirt should go in these 4 spots right here. The inferium essence goes in the remaining ones. We have a prosperity seed base in the middle, and then it does say dirt seeds on there. I used to have some kind of wand in all the mods that could do this, but it just needs a redstone signal, so I'm hoping if we just put this here and go boom, there we go. Dirt seeds being created, which is a super cool effect. I love that. And boop, we got it. Dirt seeds. New loot bag available in the shop. That's what it said last time, and I don't believe it. Ooh, gave us redstone seeds too. Nice. You know what? Maybe what it means in the shop is that it's just unlocking like the ability to purchase things, and I haven't been paying attention to what that is. So I'm just gonna believe that that's true. Anyway, in order to go up to tier 2, we need to turn inferium into prudentium using the infusion crystal that we created previously. And then we can use that to get tier 2 seeds, which I'm sure some of these would be helpful. I just don't know what order I would want to go in. Actually, where's the, I'm sure they're not tier 2, but osmium. That would be a good one. We also need a place to, we'll need a place to plant all this stuff. For now, I'm just going to go plant it out here because I think, especially if we plant the dirt seeds, and why not redstone, and inferium for that matter, if we could just keep collecting on this, the dirt seeds especially will help us get more dirt that we can use out in this area. And things should start moving quickly after that. In fact, can we just go straight on to get iron? We would need iron and 4 tertium. And we have imperium, which is actually kind of silly that we've got such a... Oh wait, we can actually get it out of the Imperium? No way. Awesome. We don't have to do anything. I was curious if that would work, and it totally does. Didn't even need the infusion crystal quite yet, so we could literally do this right now. Are we the greatest gamers that ever lived? I'm willing to think so. So iron, 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 iron. Fill the rest with tertium. Prosperity seed base. Give it a little click, and that's going to give us the iron seeds. No way. We will be growing iron. Yes. Now there is a way to speed this up, so let's go ahead and plant this. Then grab some hose that we made earlier. There we go. Then we just give this a little bit of that. Does it not work on these? That would make me very sad. I don't think it works on these because it's making a noise, but I think it's going on this stuff. Oh, that makes me sad. There are ways to make that happen faster, but I'd have to remember what they were, what they require. This was one of the helpful things, a harvester pylon, which actually isn't terrible to make, I suppose. It depends if we can get the quartz and the blackstone, but that automatically harvests the crops around it, so that would be very helpful. And then there's a growth accelerator, which is actually quite expensive, so I don't think we'd be able to do that yet. Yeah, that's more of a late game thing. I don't think that's for us right now. So that means we wait for these to naturally grow, and then I have to think about how I want to do this. And actually, there is another way. I kind of forgot about these right here. Watering can. Prosperity shards around iron gives you the ingots, which can be used to make that as long, well, ooh, yeah, geez, okay. All this stuff is so expensive, citizen. I don't know if we could do any of this. Hoo boy, wow. While those grow, it may behoove us to find some more quests to go and check out. We just need to continue making progress so that these things aren't as difficult to do. And actually, a storage one wouldn't be too bad. So I'll do that for a little bit. I'm going to look through logistics, see if we can get some sort of storage solution set up, but also maybe power, because I know that we'll need power for a few things. That shouldn't be too bad, you know, but who knows? A lot of this stuff I don't think is going to be too bad, and it turns out to be. And then I'll also just look generally around and see if there's anything that it would help if we could get set up. I'll work on that, and I'll see you in a few. Oh, hey citizens. It's been a while. At first, I spent around maybe 30 minutes just poking around JEI trying to figure things out. Same with the quest book, trying to figure out, you know, what's the plan? Where's the path to success? To no avail. So then I went and watched some videos, tried to figure it out that way. And I think I got a little bit more information that way. I did put down some signs about some things we're thinking. I already talked about growth accelerators and crystal resonance generators a little bit. We used those in all the mods to speed up things like these sorts of things. The mystical agriculture makes it go so much faster, so it's just, you know, worthwhile. This goes very slow. Oh, I also caught a loot llama. Remember, we had to do that before. I actually had a lead ready, and now we've got a loot llama. Don't know what that means. Apparently he gives us food. But anyway, those are two of the things that we'll need, and that's actually through AE2. So we might have to work a little bit on AE2 to start getting these things. Specifically, we need these Fluix crystals and Certus quartz type things. So while I can do that, during my research, I found out we might want to actually look into this, the path of crystalmancy. What we did so far was this, the path of cultivation. But I haven't touched this top one, path of crystalmancy. The reason for that is I still cannot find any potential way that I could make osmium except for this. This is the one way I found that if you get a budding osmium geode, Geor? I think that's a misspelling right there. Or no, it isn't. It is a Geor. Look at that. Okay, they're called Geors. The more you know. But yeah, it's this one here. So in-world transformation. If you have a block of silver, primordial assembly, whatever that is, we'll have to look it up, obsidian dust, and molten ender, which, yes, sounds very difficult, but it is possible. We can get osmium. So that's a goal. And something else I forgot to mention, I thought, you know, hey, you know what? Maybe we just had bad luck at that other sky village, so we should go check out that other one that I noticed. I went and did that. And while we found tons of useful things like holy lockets and more villagers, aqua walkers, even a cardboard sword. Yeah, not the stuff we were looking for. No, not osmium. No osmium in sight. So, all that is a long story short, basically saying that we should work a little bit on the path of crystalmancy just as a bit of a pivot to make sure that we get some of the materials we need, and then I'm probably going to move on to looking into Fluix and Certus quartz. Because also another thing I forgot to mention, this path of crystalmancy, not only do we want growth accelerators and crystal resonance for mystical agriculture, but it also works for path of crystalmancy. In fact, you'll notice in getting started, I hadn't noticed this, but when you finish one of these lines, it unlocks an optional quest to be able to get one of these things up top. And actually, the crystal one gives you a growth accelerator as well as a crystal resonance generator. So that's the way to go. Also this, Fortune 3 pickaxe, not bad. So that was my very long-winded way of saying I've been busy and we are going to start working on this, which is actually kind of easy to start. You combine grains of infinity with cobblestone. So I'm going to go to bed, then we'll start on that. We still have some grains of infinity that we picked up earlier, so let's just do this. Like I said, pretty easy to start. Void Crystal Catalyst, which apparently will be very important. Once we've done that, we want to get a budding iron G-ore. And it turns out that's not bad at all. All we have to do is right-click on the Void Crystal Catalyst with some white dye, and that gives us what we want. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to find a place to set up. We are going to use one of our bits of bone meal, turn it into white dye. And then where do we want a crystal area? Since we were thinking, well, we already did actually. We set this up as our mystical agriculture starting area. Maybe we should do the other side for crystals, because we'll build this out. That will be a large farm area. We've got more of a living space in the middle. And then over on this side, maybe it'll be like a crystal tower or something like that. But yeah, let me create a platform over there really quick and then we can get started. Also, since I'm thinking about making the platform out of stone, I believe we can get one of these stone to iron furnace upgrade and then right click it on this, shift right click. There we go. then that upgrades it into a faster furnace, I believe. I think that goes a bit faster. Good, good. I actually have a melon slice now, so I wonder what this does. You received a mendocine. Got that from the llama. Oh, it's an Ars Nouveau thing. I don't know. Let's not deal with magic at this instant. We don't need to be cursed by a wizard and send us back 20 days. Okay, so now on this side, we have a separate platform. I think I got them at the same, line. This one needs to be built out more, but I think they're at least, centered with the geode, because that would bother me if they weren't. And we'll do our first crystal just right in the middle of here. We could always build things up around it. But if I'm remembering correctly from when we did this in all the mods, we need underneath. That's where the crystal resonance generator thingy is going to be. And then I think then it would be the growth generator, which means all of the G ores would be coming off of that. I should probably check this just to be sure. Ah, yeah, they've got this informational page for the growth accelerator, and it's just anything that's next to it, including this. The geodes are actually Certus quartz too, which we'll need. Okay, so yeah, that looks good, which means our crystal bud thingies are going to be coming off of that, which further means I should be able to hit this with white dye and make a budding iron geode. Look at that. So this should grow little bits of iron that we can process, but also, I think because we completed that, we get our silver coins, but also we can now claim this. And yeah, completing this makes other branches unavailable, but honestly, I mean, this is just some create stuff. We can make that pretty easily. The other one, I think you get a fishing rod, which actually looks pretty good, but ooh, harvester pylon. I wanted one of those too. We'll make one of those. I just really want these. I want the growth accelerator and resonance generator. All right, let's do it. Boom. All right, so now we can replace you, growth accelerator, right there. It needs to be powered. So if we just get underneath here, put the crystal resonance generator right there. It should be receiving power now. Yes, it says device online, and look, these are now growing. Check it out. It's working. Okay, I think we're on the right path. I think we're going to start getting things a little bit more quickly now, or at least I really hope so. Now this thing it gave us, would you like some crystals? Haha, very funny. But it has Fortune 3 and Unbreaking 4. So, I mean, that's good, but it also is a wood one. So it might break quickly, so we have to be careful. But I want to check this. So if we do Ultimine on this, Shapeless with the Iron GR cluster, do that carefully. I don't want to break the actual thing itself. Wow, 52 GR shards. And, what does this turn into? Block of Iron GR... If you do all of them in a crafting grid, you get a block of raw iron. Wow, this is going to give us a ton of iron. So that means we can do this. We can get 5 blocks of raw iron, throw that in the blast furnace. Ah, here we go. I just found where it says stuff about osmium too. This is different kinds of geores that you can make in generating resources. And foundry geores, it gives you some exceptions and says one is osmium, which doesn't work with all these other ways, which has an alternate recipe of tossing certain ingredients into a puddle of molten ender to bind them. So that's what we were talking about earlier. We'll have to figure that out to get budding osmium. And remind me, molten... Oh, wait. Superheated tempered glass with ender pearls? How do you superheat? Oh, soul campfire. That shouldn't be too bad. Okay. So we might have to run to the nether real quick, but honestly, I don't mind because we are finally making progress. Also, I got this. What is this? An unnecessary tool. Oh, it's got fortune on it. I don't know, whatever. I don't want to get too distracted. Also, I think I read that you don't actually have to mine this. So you should be able to just right-click. Yeah, okay, never mind. No mining needed. Keep the iron coming, because this is nuts. Look at that. 5 blocks of iron, which is over... Look at that. It's like a stack and a half right away. Nuts. I love that. In fact, it might be time for another trip, because not only do I need soul sand, but I need nether quartz. For something that looks really complex, actually, and I'm not looking forward to it, but we need all this stuff. Cognitive amalgam, which is cognitive flux, which is lapis, nether quartz, and soul sand. We need lots of that. We need copper and emerald, some iron. So yeah, basically just lots and lots and lots of this stuff. So lots of soul sand, lots of nether quartz, lots of lapis. I don't want to go to the nether. Ooh, got some essence there. Hopefully that will be enough of the lapis. Yeah, I can't imagine we need more than that. Cut to me needing more than that, probably. We should probably just get it over with. I think I've got obsidian just kind of hanging around in some of these, but not enough apparently. I thought I picked up more than that. Oh, there it is. Where do we want another portal? I mean, we never want another portal, but Why don't we just get one right up here? Something like this. Get that started up. There we go. Oh man, I hate this. Although these are grown. I haven't really been checking because I've been distracted with other things, but this would have been the other route to iron, which now admittedly is much, or I should say takes much longer than the Geors, so that does seem to be the way to go. Also, I found a steel axe. We may as well bring that with. Also, since we have the Fletchers now, I can't think of any reason why we wouldn't just get some more of these, grab some emeralds, and get ourselves a bow, as well as a couple stacks of arrows just to be safe. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit more prepared at least. So just to be sure, one more time, we need just lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of this, which is lots and lots and lots of nether quartz and soul sand, or soil. Also, before I leave, since I just got more of these, give me all of your diamonds, please, sir. Don't know if I'll need those, but you never know. Ooh, geez, you're making a mess, llama. Okay, let's do this. Jupiter preserve us. Hold your breath, jump right in. And, oh my goodness. I didn't think about this. I did not think this through. Why would it be a normal nether? Oh my gosh, look at the background there. That's insane. Okay, well, that's the soul sand and soul soil that we need. It's also a massive, like, that looks like the temple of Pluto. I hate it. I hate that. Is there anything on this side? No. Well, I didn't bring any bridging materials, so we should probably go back and get that. And ooh, I never asked for this, citizen. Just a poor innocent boy trying to play Minecraft. And this is the way I'm treated. I know, Francois Frog, it's ridiculous. Which, by the way, we don't even know if there's nether quartz over there. But actually, if we got the soul sand and soul soil, I think we could technically... There's a couple ways with create. We could get diorite and then make nether quartz. Oh wait, no. We could wash gold, apparently. Actually, I mean, we could do all of this through create, but we'd still need that initial soul sand to haunt stuff, so yeah, I don't know. We gotta get over there. Enough dilly-dallying. Let's just get over there, see what's there, and definitely not be absolutely scared and shaking in our britches or whatever. We are legionaries. We should also try to take a look as we get closer that nothing's gonna, like, attack us as we go. We gotta get lower down, too. Or maybe just build down onto one of the trees or the house. The Temple of Pluto. King of the Underworld. Let's just hope that nobody's home. What are the chances of that? I can kind of see inside there. Hello? Does that mean nobody's home? It's a bit finicky getting down, but I like that this mod is here that it shows up sometimes it doesn't. It lets you like place a slab under a slab. Also, I absolutely love how I don't hear any mobs whatsoever. And can we just continue with that, please? Because this looks, not like the safest thing in the world. I guess before we do anything, we should probably just collect a bit of this. Oh, great. I did get a magnet upgrade, so that might help if we do that. Yeah, there we go. Go right into the backpack. Because honestly, at this point, I'm thinking about just creating an entire, like, create factory that makes nether quartz and soul sand rather than being here. Because in here, it's a little bit spooky, and there's nothing like, what is this? Okay, little storage room. Is there anything that we need? Platinum ore. Do we need platinum? Maybe. There is a bit of nether quartz here, so we'll grab that. There's a bunch of stuff. Let's just get all... It's like different weird types of blocks you wouldn't expect to find in the nether, but I'm taking them. Ooh, slime blocks. Uh-oh. There's creatures approaching. What? I'm in the nether. Does that still happen here? I don't want creatures. Oh, a loot llama. There's another loot llama in here. Unless it's back at the base, and it just tells me that when I'm here. Okay. Okay, so this room, not so bad. But this room, look at that. 3 spawners right in a row with some trial spawners as well. Yeah, right. No thank you. What do I look like to you? Ooh, hello. Wither skeleton skull? Okay. Oh, this is a contraption. I bet if we turned that on, it would have somehow spawned a wither or some stupid thing. No thanks. Well, I mean, I can tell you this. Based on what I've seen here, I don't think there's any way we could collect enough nether quartz at least. Maybe soul sand, but not nether quartz. Which tells me we're probably making a create factory when we get back, just for nether quartz. I'll take a look around. If there's an easier way to do it, I will, but I just don't know. And I think that's kind of the majority of what we can collect here. So yeah, it looks incredibly interesting in there, but I'm not about to face all of those spawners right now. Maybe when we're a little bit more OP we can come back, but now is not the time. Know your limits, citizen. And by that, I mean I should know my limits. Ooh, look at this. I leveled up and I can get +1 block reach. That's awesome. Yes, please. Alright, let's go home. I need to reevaluate my life choices. This looks incredibly weird. Look at that, as you're running into all of that, like, background noise. Ooh, it's like running through the cosmos. Okay, home safe and sound. So let's clean up the inventory a little bit. I have a sneaking suspicion that the very next thing that you see will be either my brand new plan about how we're going to... Man, that ham is so big. That's hilarious looking. But yeah, either how we're going to now find nether quartz without create, or it's going to be a time lapse showing me making a create bit of stuff. Because yeah, I mean, you could make it through mystical agriculture, but it's going to be pretty slow. I don't think I can wait that long. So yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion you're probably going to be seeing a create time lapse right after this, so I will see you in a few, citizen. After a bit of planning, it turned out I would actually need to go back to the nether and brave the blaze spawner room. I'll explain in more detail in a moment, but essentially I needed to fill a create blaze burner. Luckily, we had all these blaze ready to take on the job. It seems silly not to grab a blaze rod or two, so I bravely did battle with my adversaries without a single high-pitched manly wail. You'll just have to take my word on that. Once I had the blaze burner filled, I set up a mixing station with a basin, which allowed me to make brass, something that is a prerequisite for many create items, namely mechanical crafters that could make me crushing wheels. I realized that the factory I wanted to put together required crushing wheels rather than millstones, hence the bravery with the blaze spawners earlier. Anyway, I got all that crafted up, and from that point it was pretty simple. A bit of washing, a bit of haunting, using encased fans, and I had a simple quartz and gold factory up and running. We now have a quartz and gold nugget factory. And yeah, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but I just wanted something to be passively generating this because we're going to need it. And I'll kind of work backwards on what I was doing here because, yeah, it took some steps, that's for sure. Fortunately, we already had our stone cobble generator up here, so I didn't actually have to do that using create. I just had that connected to a barrel here that's filling it all up with cobblestone, and then it sends that down in a chute to the millstone, which turns that into gravel. And this was the biggest problem for me right here, crushing wheels. We need crushing wheels to turn gravel into sand, and apparently pigs too. So we'll talk about the crushing wheels more, but that gets sent along. If there's any flint or clay or anything like that, it just goes into here, and whoops. I also have terrible news about that. When I was working on this, Francois Frog might have hopped directly into there. I think he was having an identity crisis. He thought he was some flint, and it was terribly unfortunate, but yeah, Francois Frog is, we're not going to be seeing him anymore, I don't think. But anyway, the sand gets dropped off there, gets pushed with an encased fan so it can be haunted, which is just fire on soul sand. There is a filter right here that brings it into, oh, I keep doing that. The next part where it gets pushed along and washed by another fan with water. And washing the soul sand gives us what we need right here, nether quartz, but also the sand. We'll probably need more of that. Now, the crushing wheels were a problem because I needed to make those using mechanical crafters over here. These are a problem because they require brass, which is mixing together, zinc and copper in a basin with a blaze burner. So that's why we had to go back to the nether to get a blaze burner. But a further issue, I didn't really have a way to make zinc on the geode thing over here. We were able to get copper, so that helped. But as we can see right here, it says zinc is an issue, and it was. But fortunately, it gave me a hint. You can hammer tough on a cutting board, and that gives you zinc, so that's what I was able to do. Because in our sifter here, we were getting a lot of these tough pebbles. So, lots of steps to go through all of that, but we eventually made it. And now that we're collecting all of that stuff, I can hardly remember the reason we were doing that. Ah, yes, I think it was this right here. Molecular metamorpher. Because we needed lots of, yeah, this stuff. Cognitive flux. Okay. So I'm probably going to AFK, see if we can get just tons and tons of this stuff, because we require it to make ourselves a molecular metamorpher, and that apparently is going to allow us to make a primordial assembly, which in turn will give us budding osmium geore, along with other things too. I don't quite know about the rest of this stuff. Oh yeah, that one shouldn't be bad. Tempered glass to get the molten ender. We throw it all together in there. Oh, silver. I need to figure out a way to get silver too. So as you can see, there's still a lot more steps to go through here, but it's just kind of really grindy type stuff that's taking a while. So I'm just going to continue to work through that. There's going to be a creepy llama at my window just spitting apples at me and stuff this whole time. But we are making progress. So I'll keep moving. I'll let you know when we get there. We've made some progress. Actually, this stuff wasn't too bad, the cognitive flux, because you get 4 each time. So it turned out really not to be too bad, and with all of the stuff I just collected, I think we now can get our molecular metamorpher burger. As soon as I take those on my backpack, there we go. So there we go, molecular metamorpher. Hopefully this was worth it. I also made a soul campfire because apparently we're going to need that, along with ender pearls. I went fishing for a little bit more of the ender pearl essence, or whatever it's called, and if we look back at this again to get the molten ender, tempered glass jar, 4 ender pearls with superheat. We should get a new fluid tank for this, just in case. Get rid of the one with lava, take you back, put down our soul campfire, tempered glass on top of that, new fluid tank next to this. Excuse me, next to that, and that should be it, right? Actually, it should tell us. 100 millibuckets molten ender. I didn't look. How much do I need? Oh, am I going to need a full bucket? That would be bad. It doesn't say. It just says submerge in, but I don't think I'll be able to do that unless I have a full bucket. Oh no, I'd need 40 of these. Hoo boy. They can't just make it easy on me, can they? All right, never mind. I've got some more grinding to do. Also, I've kind of forgot I need silver as well, so once again, I'll see you in a few. All right, bear with me here. We're going off on another tangent yet again. If I'm reading things in the quest book right, this atomic reconstructor can get us random ores that we need. I think, maybe. But we need this, black quartz. So I'm just going to make it. I'm going to go with it. We're going to see if we can figure this out. So grains of infinity, nether quartz, and lava. This is something we can do. Kind of seems like it would just destroy these things if I did that, but there's only one way to find out. So lava down there, and just chuck each of these in. Oh, no, I got them back. Maybe we have to let it sit for a minute. Oh, there it is. Wait, no, I want that. Give it back. Hooray! It actually worked. What do you know? And the point of that was to get one of these iron casing. Ooh, gave us a manual too. Yeah, like I'm gonna read that. Everything's been working out beautifully so far. Okay, so atomic reconstructor, that's what we get here. Bzzzt. And then with the atomic reconstructor, crystallized materials, one of the main machines used in actually add-ons, when provided with power. Power is something we don't have. Wonderful. Shoots a laser beam, crystallize any dropped items or blocks placed on either side of the laser. Okay, don't really understand that yet, but I was more concerned with this one. Lens of the miner. Create ores out of blocks in sight, so when it hits stone or deep slate, it converts it into an overworld ore. Like silver, for example. I think. I hope. And it looks like I'll actually need more of this stuff, so let's make more black crystals, see if we can get that lens of the miner, and then we'll try to get it set up and just, I guess we'll have to work at, trying to get power after that. There are an unbelievable amount of things that are just like sending me on tangents to do something else. And as an example here, luckily, because I would have had to find nickel, I had no idea where to find that, but I had nickel essence. I need that because to get the lens of the miner, I need Invar. And this is what I'm talking about. I've been looking around like crazy, trying to figure out how to do this. Eventually I went to Invar Dust. I saw that in tempered glass you can do nickel and iron. That gets you Invar Dust, and then you can use that, but geesh. This is like just sending me in circles non-stop. Okay, so we need these back. Ow. You just go here for now. Normal temperature, nickel and iron, 1 Invar Dust. We'll make that. We can smelt up the Invar. I'm gonna lose track of all this just various crazy stuff that I'm having to put together. All right, Invar ingot. That means we can now finally get the lens of the miner, complete that quest. Now we have to figure out how to use it. And we need power. I thought I saw power somewhere earlier on. Oh yeah, power chapter, power generation. I love how it says this. It just says, oh, power generation, go to power, check it out. And it's like, oh, this is simple. Once you have some osmium, I've been spending like 25 days trying to get some osmium. Don't come at me with that. Give me something easier. What's something I can do here? Actually, it looks like the Powa mod I might be able to do, maybe. But I always nearly get there, and then it's like, nope, not happening. This one actually doesn't look too bad either. Okay, well, I mean, I'm just gonna pick one, and we're gonna see if we can do it. All right, after about 1,000 years, I think we have this thing working. Who is that over there? What? Okay, what? No, I don't want this going yet. It's doing things without... No, I'm not ready. There's somebody wondering about my base. Can I turn it off? Hold a redstone torch to toggle. Or, I think I just ran out of energy, actually. Whatever. Okay, who are you? What are you doing here? Pyromancer. Oh, okay, I don't know how helpful this is. Fire ale, furled map, scrolls. No, thank you. You're not very helpful. Anyway, like I was saying, oh man, what a nightmare. What a nightmare. I'm looking through all of these, and then I thought I could get these two to work, but then there was something missing. I don't even remember what. I couldn't get deep slate. I couldn't figure out how to get deep slate. Eventually got through all of this. We made a bunch of stuff, and whatever. We made stuff. The point is, this thing works now. I think we're supposed to have stone in front of it. I want to put a lens into this. How do I do that? Just take the lens of the miner and right click? Ah, yeah, okay. So it's got the lens. I've got my fluid tank with lava. I've kind of just been putting that in there. And now what? Does it... Oop. Okay, so it shot at the stone and it did nothing. Is that what's supposed to happen? Or... Are we happy with this? Hello? I thought you were supposed to turn it into magical stuff for me. It's still saying that weird redstone thing though. Do I have to do something with this? Right click to toggle. Pulse. Deactivation. Pulse. Okay. What does that mean though? You're intentionally trying to confuse me. So I think now it's deactivated. It'll pulse after that. I'm missing something. What am I missing? Oh, any dropped items. Does this have to be just a dropped thing? So for instance, just throw this right here. Running out of lava, but let's try that. Turn it back on. That didn't do anything. Come on. This has to be it. I felt it couldn't have been for nothing, please. No. I'm so sad. I worked so hard to do this. All right, I'm gonna go look up videos. This has to work. I must be doing something wrong. I did some research, which I probably should have done before, and I found out, I think I know what the issue is anyway. I think this needs 60,000 KFE before it can actually do anything. I don't know why it would pulse if it wasn't going to affect anything, but I guess we can test it. Is this still off? Is it on? Hold on. If we put this in here, generate some power, that'll slowly fill up. Yeah, and that gets it up to about 10,000. So in order to make one thing potentially, I'd have to do multiple buckets of lava to get this to do one change of stone into something, which is random, by the way, so there's no guarantee we'd get silver or, osmium or all these different things that we're actually looking for. Which means, once again, I might have hit a dead end. If I have a criticism of this mod pack, it's either that it is too clever for me, I am too dumb to be doing all of this, or it's that it's just way too complicated to get started with Mechanism. I've been trying to do that this whole time, and I've been running around, just opening rabbit holes, just going nuts trying to figure it out. Yeah, it's 5,000 per lava bucket. And I don't want to just be running back and forth doing that so many times, so I'm going to try it one more time. But I would say it's not worth it if this is saying, hey, you're going to have to do this to 60,000 anytime you want to change this, and it's not even guaranteed to give you what you want. So we'll just see if this does anything. It goes from 15 to 14. So I don't even know how it would do that many at once. So yeah, probably doing something wrong here, but it's not clear to me. All right, well, in that case, I suppose it's time for another regroup. I need to take another look through and decide what can we do. And another possibility, maybe I just moved too quickly into things I wasn't ready for yet. So maybe I was supposed to just, click through more of these, get things started with, some of this stuff down here. That might be the ticket. We might have to just spend more time in first materials and getting started. Because, I just can't imagine that I was ready to do any of these things. Having a jetpack might cheer me up, but that also requires lots of power. Which, again, I could do if we had Mechanism, but I can't get it. Alright. Going for a walk. I'll let you know what we come up with. I decided that the gift of flight would probably be something to cheer me up. So I just crafted up what I think we need for a wood jetpack, which sounds dangerous in and of itself. However, it is a jetpack, and we just need power. Also, I was trying to find early stuff that we missed. I made one of these, a jar automator. So now this will make lava automatically while we're not around. And this thing uses lava for power. That thing is garbage right down there, so we're taking this back. I'm wondering if I can just put this down here and it would take it in. I probably need some kind of pipe, which we can do. Because I was thinking if we could automate this process, then have lava go into our magmator, we could use it to charge our jetpack, I think. It would be nice if we could also do one of these down here, a player transmitter, because then you could actually send power directly from there to your jetpack. Maybe eventually. For now, why don't we just see if I can just do this, lava bucket into that. get one of you. Yeah, that's generating... How much does it need? 20,000. Oh, goodness. So if I put you in here? No? Doesn't work? No? How do I charge it then? Fancy pants. Facing up. Extract. Off. I actually might be able to do this whole binding card player transmitter thing. Yeah, I can get everything that we need. The last step is use an aerial pearl on a zombie or husk. So we just have to find a zombie and then we're going to be in business. I think that'll be what we need. Last thing. So maybe if I just get rid of some torches over here, we'll have zombies tonight. Get rid of these guys. Make a little bit more space back here, because why not? You'd think that would be enough. And then once it's nighttime, this should keep generating stuff. Oh, the other thing we would have to do is get that cable, like a fluid cable of some kind. I wonder if I could use create. They've got the pipes mod, which I think should work. So if we grab some fluid pipe from that, might need a pipe wrench too. The little that I do know about mods, I remember one or two though that are just kind of easy and work well. Also it's nighttime, so we might want to pick up the pace a little bit, but can I just kind of go like that? Then how do you affect these? Like that? Yeah, there we go. You see that? It's going down in here. And it's going up in there. So now this will just feed one into the other. So that's what we want. And speaking of what we want, are there any zombies out here? Pretty quiet so far. Ooh, actually, I know something we can do. Don't we have that dreadful dirt? Would that work? Is that dangerous? Should I not be doing that? Yeah, here it is, dreadful dirt. Might be a bad idea, but we're gonna try it anyway. Because nothing is spawning, and I find that very strange. It also said it shouldn't be exposed to the sky during the day, so we'll just take these out. Be right here. Please don't hurt me. Woo! Oh, wow, that worked very quickly. Yeah, okay, well, there's our zombie. Come on over here, buddy. There was a slime? That moved in... Yeah, that was very fast. Nope, little baby skeleton. No, thank you. Ow. I don't want the baby skeleton. Why is it a baby skeleton? I've never seen that before. Get out of here. Not the babies. Alright, quickly. Hey, buddy. Thank you. That worked. Player aerial pearl. It also is, yeah, quite busy over there. So good to know. That 100% works. But we do not need any more zombies, thank you. Let's just close that up for now. Alright, I just want to try this very quickly. So now that we have our player aerial pearl, we can get player transmitter. We might need more pipes to get power over this, but maybe not actually. The binding card, link it with you, right click to bind. Okay. So if I have my player transmitter over here, like that. Oh, it's getting power. Look at that, it's working. Okay, so if I right click to bind to me, and then go into here and drop it off, owner, Legion V, it should be sending that power my way. Oh, look at that. See the jetpack? It's actually charging it. Do I have a jetpack slot somewhere? Whoop, probably count as back, but sure, I can get it somewhere. Okay, it'll go in Curio. That works. Look at me. You can't really see it, but I think it's underneath my backpack. So I think it says V is... Oh, that also opens that up. We'll have to change that. Whoa, it's working. We've got it. There it is. It does use power very quickly. Hey, fellas. How's everybody doing over there? Keep them busy. That's good. All right. Awesome. We have a jetpack. Finally, a very small success. We kick this thing as we go inside and go to sleep. I've been working on something for a bit now, and I've kept silent about it because I didn't want to run into yet another thing where I was like, let's go work on this mod pack, or let's do this, only to find out I was just going to run into a wall and we'd have to stop anyway. However, I think I'm far enough in now that I can confidently say this will work. Well, maybe not that confident, but I'm pretty sure. So essentially what I've done is set up some power generation up here based on the things that we already learned. We have a stone cobble generator up here on the top, filling up a barrel with cobblestone. Item pipes from pipes are throwing those into tempered glass with jar automators on top. Heating up by campfires, those are just automatically filling in basic fluid tanks with lava, which are then going into fluid pipes, and these basic magmator generators. The only thing that's currently hooked up is this charger from AE2, but that's kind of the basic part. The things that I was confident that would work, the things that I wasn't sure about was whether or not we'd be able to get these Certus quartz things that we need. Basically, it's like the building block for AE2. And surprisingly, we were able to get that to work. You'll notice over here we've got this weird stuff. So blaze bloom goo? Yeah, it's as strange as it sounds, but essentially we were able to use that with some other kind of thing. I already forgot this one. Budding black quartz. So we got both of those with the dire goo. Essentially that spreads over it and converts things into new things. Yeah, that's lots of things. But anyway, I attached it to our little geode place over here so that we are automating the process of creating Certus quartz on here, and we can just collect as it grows. The good part is it has a chance to kind of go backwards from flawed budding Certus quartz to damaged, and if it does, the goo just seems to repair it, which I didn't know would happen, but it's happening, and it's great. So, we're able to get the Certus quartz, and that's kind of all you need to get started. And by the way, I didn't mention, but the reason I'm doing all this, it has been a nightmare trying to go through all of these chests and check for the things that I have, so that's the purpose of this, is to automate our storage. Now, you might be able to tell, but I've still got a ways to go. I brought it up now because, like I said, I'm confident we can get this to work now. The next couple things that I'm going to be doing is making an inscriber because I need a lot of these little circuits, and you need silicon to do those, which luckily you can get from this Certus quartz dust. So again, Certus quartz is something that's needed in almost every aspect of this. Once you have that, you can start making things like interfaces for storage, cables and channels, start of digital storage right here. So we're right up here. I need to work all the way down this chain to get a bunch of stuff on the way to digital storage. Oh, the last thing before we go back to a little cut so I can just work on some of this. You might remember these, the mysterious cube, not so mysterious cube. This one was just a quest reward. Doesn't do anything, but I'm pretty sure mysterious cube that I think we got from the traders, we need this because if we put it down, I really hope I'm correct about this, and if you break it open, you should be able to get, yes, all of these things, which are more things we need to start this process. So the inscriber presses that are going to be used for that inscriber thingy, which I guess that's one thing I didn't check. How do you make an inscriber? Oh, good. That's easy. So essentially you put these in the inscriber to make the things you want to make. So silicon, you make a silicon press in the inscriber. Engineering, you make engineering chips, calculation chips, logic chips, all that sort of thing. So we've got what we need. I'm going to get to work setting all of this up, getting all the things. It is a little bit repetitive, so I'm just going to work on getting all the types of things that we're going to need to set up this AE2 storage network. And then finally, I won't have to go through and search everything and find an empty box, throw something in that I don't need. Ugh. So I'll see you once I've got at least most of this set up, and then we're ready to start organizing storage. It's going to be so good. See you in a bit. I have made a ton of progress, I think I have anyway, and I think we're ready. I've just been, using all of these, crafting up all the different circuits that I need. I made a ton of progress through here. We completed all of this. We got an ME interface and an ME drive, as well as 2 of these 1K ME item storage cells, which I think is all that we'll need, but we're about to find out. So let's put away a few of these things for now. And then I opened up to power down here because this, I believe, needs to be powered. So if I attach it... Oh wait, I think I just remembered one more thing we are going to need. I'm pretty sure the regular power that I have can't be used with these cables. So I need a converter thingy, but where is that? Yeah, it has its own power. Energy acceptor to convert FE power to AE power, distributed using glass cables. Okay, so energy acceptor, that's what we need, and I should be able to make that. Just need to convert a few of these back into Certus quartz dust, and get a few more of this quartz glass. There we go, craft a bit more of that, then we can get an energy acceptor. There's all this taken care of, and then it's going to give me some other stuff. Neat. Ooh, it gives me an energy cell too. Look at that. I don't even have to make it. Then we already got one of these earlier, so it's going to give me more rewards just because I'm so awesome. Annihilation plane. Goodness. No idea. Anyway, I believe we want our energy acceptor attached to the... wait a minute. We want to get to all 3 of them, not just the one. So actually, I could probably attach to that cable, or would it be this cable up here? No, I don't have anything connecting them all yet. Can I use an energy pipe from the pipes mod to do that? Well, let's just see if it's necessary. I think if we just put this here, device offline. There we go, device online. And then actually, if we got a second energy cell, can we put this here? Yeah, and then it starts building up stored, whatchamacallit. Then if we put a second one here, we can run 3 cables across and it'll just access all of it. Maybe let's do that. Kind of expensive, but doable. 4 of these into here, and then we should be in business. By the way, I'm loving this jetpack because I don't have to use the ladder. I can just bounce up and down like that, nice and easy. And stops fall damage by doing a little boop at the bottom. There we go. Another energy cell right there. Put you right here. That's going to start filling up all of these, which is fine. We don't necessarily need it to. It's just when we're not using the power, it'll just store it up in those energy cells just as a backup, just in case. How are these magmeters doing, by the way? Oh yeah, they're getting, you know, the energy pulled out of them, which is what we expected, but everything seems to be keeping up, so no issues. Very cool. Now, why don't we bring this over here? Because we want an ME drive and an interface. I don't know exactly how we want to do this, but let's say we're just bringing it over here, and we'll move that. Maybe if we need to add more, this can be where the drives go. And if I bring this down here, we can put our interface at the bottom. Ooh, there we go. Okay, interface config. I need to remember how to do this. But this drive, this is where we put our storage cells. So that's adding some storage space inside of there. It is online. This is online. Now, what's the last piece? I'm looking through the guide to try to remember how to do this. I might just need to make it like this instead. Let's give that a shot. Also, I don't remember if I need an ME controller. There's a lot that's a bit fuzzy about this to me. But I think we can just take this and convert it, right, to this type of interface. And then what happens if I put that right here? It's the same. Can I put things into here? Oh, stored items. I just put something inside and now I don't know where to find it. I is confused. I apparently am able to put things into the network and it just goes zoop, and it just like gets swallowed up, but then how do I get things out of the network? Oh wait, is it because I have something over here typed in? JE2 or JEI? No. You can see that things are in it. It shows here that there are things stored in the item cell. I should be able to pull them out through here, but I cannot. I actually just looked back at my old All the Mods 10 video to see what I did that time, and it turns out I didn't use an ME interface. I used an ME terminal. So I can either do the terminal or the crafting terminal. So this is what I actually need. Okay, I think we are going to be able to get what we need here. ME terminal, do that. That's the one. Can we do the crafting one or do I not care? Oh yeah, calculation one. Easy enough. May as well make it a crafting one while we're at it. There we go. A much bigger table. I don't know what that means. So we get rid of you. Do that. We put the crafting terminal on. That looks more like it. There we go. So there's the things we put inside there. If I put more, oh yes. Okay, we're in business. I am going to put everything that I own in here. Hopefully it can hold everything, but look at that. Now we can put things inside here. All is contained just in one little block right there rather than this and just disorganized. I can search by it if I want something in particular. Oh, this is going to be so much better. Okay, let's go through absolutely everything that we have in these chests. Get it put in through here, and then we can get rid of all the chests. We no longer need this. It's going to be so fantastic. This is one of the most exciting parts about modded, is getting a really good storage solution. I can already tell though, we're probably going to need more of those storage cells because look, I have done like 2 or 3 chests, and this one's full, and that one is halfway full. Out of 2 chests, yeah. Okay, so we'll need more of those, but I'm just gonna see what we can fill up. Then I'll make more. Why am I trying to put things in there? And then we will be in good shape to move on to future plans. That's it, we're full right there. Couldn't even do the 3rd chest. Okay. So, I'll get this filled up. I'll add more, probably just of the 1K drives just to keep it easy. We'll have our storage done, and we can move forward. See you in a few. I ended up adding quite a few more 1K ME drives to hold our expanding inventory, and got everything moved into our new AE2 storage. It was at this point that the holidays kicked in full force, since I was recording in December, so I took a solid week or 2 off recording. Which, yes, means I pretty much forgot everything I was working on. I decided since I was coming back after a break, I'd take some time to do some building while I wrapped my head around what my goals were. I kind of just ran around the base thinking of what was missing that I'd like to have, and that turned out to be a pathway leading around our geode for easier travel, as well as an updated mystical agriculture area so we could actually start moving some seeds in over here for all that sweet, sweet essence. Anyway, let's check in with Legion to see if he's figured out what to do next. Hopefully, you just heard some of this in the time-lapse that we just did, but I am freshly back from a break about a week and a half for the holidays and New Year's. And because of that, we're trying to remember what was I even doing. And because I was trying to take time to remember, I decided I would get a little bit of a better area set up over here for mystical agriculture. I also moved some of the things over to this side. clearly it's not all the way set up yet. I also covered this up. It's kind of working. The dreadful dirt in here every once in a while is just spawning in some kind of mob, and if we want to, we can come in here and get a, you know, a bit and a bob or something like that. I did put some buttons in here so that things wouldn't spawn. And speaking of not remembering what we were doing, I mean, you saw all the builds in the time lapse, I'm sure. You know, we just put up this little pathway on the outside so we can get around a little bit easier. I did not do anything over here yet by the Geor. I kind of want to build some kind of tower here. Maybe even a little area underneath, like, I don't know what, something nice. Oh, and I figured this out. If you're in free cam and you press space to go up, your character also goes up on the jetpack, so we have to be kind of careful with that. It's also hard to see, but if I, yeah, see? Going up on the jetpack. Anywho, speaking of trying to remember what we were doing, obviously the big one, we have this finished now. So much better. All of our stuff is now in here, and it took a lot more than I thought it would. Look at how many drives we ended up needing. But it's set up, that's the most important bit. So from my point of view, we have kind of two options, maybe more than that, but two that I'm thinking about. One, we can continue working on this, because it's in no way automated, and we have very few different kinds of seeds. They're growing really slowly. There's spaces left in between, because that's where these growth accelerators would go, which are kind of expensive. But also, we need a harvester pylon. That's this thing right here. Harvest crops in a configurable radius around the pylon, just place inside or above the water block. So pretty neat thing, but it requires black stone, which I don't have. So we'd have to figure that out either through mystical agriculture by making stone and nether essence, or blackstone pebble. And it says create sifter under there, but if I click on it, it doesn't actually tell you how to get these. So because of that, I did go and look. I made a couple of these create sifters just to see, like, is it possible to get those? You have to connect them up with power, create power, unsurprisingly, and then you have to put these mesh things on top of it. I got a mechanical iron mesh and a mechanical gold mesh, just to test both. Then I was putting sand in, I was putting gravel in, and so far I am not seeing the thing that I wanted. Got iron, tin, prosperity, that's kind of nice, prosperity ones. No blackstone. So I'm wondering if you need something else, like maybe a diamond mesh or a blazing mesh, which I actually might be able to do. But anyway, that was one of the things. Kind of go down that route, see if we can get a harvester pylon, get that set up a little bit easier. Oh, sweet berries. Why not? So do we do that? Do we go down, try to figure out if we can get blackstone, set up the harvester pylon, maybe even automate the items coming over here, make more seeds, essentially just move forward with mystical agriculture. Ooh, I left notes for myself. I didn't see these. Yep. We did some of these. Okay, we did most of that. The other thing I was thinking, we could also do some building, like I mentioned. Oh, yeah, I also bought my head from a wandering trader, so that's a little eerie, but I like it. Look at that handsome gentleman. So the other thing was building. I could do what I mentioned, set up kind of a little tower over here. I was thinking you could even do like a little floating island type of look underneath, like stone dripping down, and whatchamacallits, we could do some more glowberries kind of hanging down from it. So I might just fiddle around with the create sifters a little bit more and just see if we can get blackstone, because that'd be really nice to automate that. And right now what I've done, I turned all this off so that I could collect a bunch of sand in here. That way I could just keep doing this and throwing the sand into these and seeing what we can get. But if I don't get blackstone in this one, blackstone pebble that is, which yeah, click on it does nothing, then yeah, maybe we'll move on to building. And you may be curious, we talked a lot about mechanism and osmium, that sort of thing. That's one thing I remember from before my break. It was super frustrating and stressing me out and all of that stuff. So I'm pretty much ignoring it right now. We might get back to it, but there's a good chance that I'm just going to ignore it to keep my blood pressure down for the new year. Okay, breathe, Legion, breathe. Also, can I make that other mesh while we're waiting for those to go through? Diamond is upgrading the gold. I'm pretty sure I've got diamonds. I do have diamonds, but also there's a new trader out there. So I've got a few emeralds left. Where did he go? How did you... Oh, you're a new one. Hey, buddy. Can I check your inventory real quick? I will take all the diamonds you can give me, thank you. And then let's grab a few more emeralds. I could probably get 10 more. There you are. Get a couple more of these. And the other guy is over here somewhere. There you are. You also give me all your diamonds. Up to 37? Yeah, we could probably manage that. How are we looking so far? Any goodies? Hear a rustling. Oh, it's another one of those goats, isn't it? I forgot about them. Where are you? Show yourself. Oh, it's a loot llama. Never mind. I've got enough of those making a mess all over the place. Yeah, I mean, if I haven't seen them yet, I don't think I would. You know what? I should probably just, like, look this up. See if I can figure it out online. Okay, it says brass mesh, which does not exist here, but I did see something kind of interesting that I probably should have remembered from, I think from Homestead, because somebody yeah, why did I not remember this? You can just haunt cobblestone. That's so much easier. I didn't have to do any of this. See, this is what happens when you're not around, Citizen, to remind me of my silly mistakes. Okay, so if that's the case, we can just go over here, get a couple stacks of cobblestone. Fortunately, we already have a haunter set up. No, not the Pokemon, don't be silly. If we throw these into there, that should turn into blackstone. I can't believe I forgot about that. Hey, there we go. Look at us, solving problems in the new year. So quartz slab, hay bale, iron bars, all should be stuff we have. Get some of these, get a few quartz slabs, get ourselves a hay bale, and with that, we can get ourselves, actually we're gonna need 2 of these, but we'll get a harvester pylon for now, and a second. There we go. And that was a quest. I haven't actually been looking at the quests. I've been doing a bunch of these, kind of on accident. Well, not accident, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of these to claim. I'm just gonna do the claim all, and it's gonna be messy, but I'm curious. Oh, it's a part of logistics. Oh, most of the ways to handle transferring items. Yeah, I did some of this, so we should probably check that off and then get a pipes upgrade to do that. Yeah, this is, I actually really like this mod, pipes. Just really nice and simple. That's what I prefer. But anywho, if we go up to the top right and say collect all rewards, oh, not as much as I thought it would have been. Lots of coins though, we'll take that. ME storage bus, what does that do again? Oh, you can connect your chest monster to it, that's right. So I guess I didn't have to move everything out, but I could connect other chests. In fact, we could probably move you over here, and if we wanted to, we could eventually get this connected up to our AE2 storage. So maybe I might do that. However, for now, before we put those in, let's grab some more iron. And yes, I remember we have this because we kind of have, well, we do. We have an unlimited iron over here if we do, or wait, no, you right click. That's right. Then was it that? Yeah, you get blocks of that. I'm assuming you can turn this into something like, yeah, there we go. Iron cluster. What does that mean? Block of raw iron. Okay. 4 of those, that should be plunte. We'll throw that in the iron furnace. Or maybe I should have done the blast furnace, I don't know. Ooh, I had more of these. We'll do both. There we go. Now the reason that we want iron, if I'm remembering this correctly, is we are going to need to put in any of the different kinds of hose to actually run the thing. So, you know, they will go through durability. It'd be better if we had, you know, diamond or netherite or whatever. But for now, we've got unlimited iron, so this will do. The one thing I don't remember about these harvesters is how do you actually get the items out? Like, do you just right-click it? I think we can use that pipes mod eventually, but for example, if I put you, it said in the water, then place inventory above pylon. Okay, 3x3 work area. Let's do 5x5. And we need an inventory. Maybe that's what I should do with those copper chests. Maybe we should upgrade them, actually. What can you do with the copper chest? Why am I singing a sea shanty? Okay, I can do iron. Boop, 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 boop. Upgraded chests. I'm guessing I can probably just go straight to gold, couldn't I? Yep. Get those upgraded again. Beautiful. That should be plenty of space. So we put you here, then I can still access that, I hope. Yes. Hoe required for operation. We'll put 2 in for now. And these are not growing fast, but that's mature. It should do that. How much space do we have in here? Wow, that's a lot of space. Okay, so we'll just wait. We'll see how that does. We'll get this one set up over here. A couple of those in there. And 5x5. Pylon is working, and I assume pylon is working over here. Yep, okay, good. Now, like I said, this is I mean, it's nice because it's automated, but these are going to grow very slowly. So next up, why don't we see if we can at least get a couple growth accelerators, and it's exactly the same as we have on the Geors over here. I don't know why I'm running like a pleb, we can fly. So we need a crystal resonance generator, and we can't see the growth accelerator because I'm kind of using up all the space, but it's in there. So we need fluix blocks, as well as copper, iron, and charged Certus quartz. So actually, while we're over here, we're actually going to need a lot of the things that are on here already. So iron, we'll need the Certus quartz. Am I not able to do that? Copper is here. We'll just grab a little bit of everything. Yeah, it doesn't let me right-click this one. I have to actually mine it. And I just realized this just turned into a Certus quartz block. So I don't know what I did. It's supposed to be a budding Certus quartz. Somehow I broke that. Oh well, I think we can automate it through mystical agriculture now, so let's just hope. Well, I'll leave it. I'll leave it for now, but I think we can actually automate that. So we may not need it anymore anyway. So we got the iron and copper cooking. I believe we need to put the Certus quartz into here. Yeah, and then it gets charged. We've got a few of those now, as well as copper and some more iron. We also need this stuff, which... charge Certus quartz, redstone dust, and nether quartz. And make it easier, you could just throw it in water. So over here, if we just throw what we have into there, we get lots of that. Good. Probably nowhere near enough, though. Or wait, no, is it 4? Oh, good. Okay. So I need 1 for this, another charged one of those, and then... another one for the growth accelerator and quartz glass. Okay, give me a moment. Oh, I forgot, you can actually craft in here. So if I put all the stuff I just made in here and we break some of this down, then I should be able to check here. Crystal resonance, if I do that. Oh, okay, yeah, so I've got everything I need for this. So we can grab crystal resonance generator. I'm thinking probably just 1 for now. Growth accelerator, do that. And we actually have everything we need. Beautiful. Okay, so with 1 of each of those, we can try to organize these for the things that we're going to need the most of. So, got Certus quartz, inferium, dirt, redstone, iron, and iron. Definitely need Certus quartz, so I'm actually going to move. We're going to move this, even though it's not grown. We'll do inferium. I don't actually need iron. It's easier on the other side, so let's do these 4. Dirt and redstone. I also have redstone on the other side, so, you know, not really necessary. This part, however, might be a bit difficult. I didn't think ahead too far, because we want the crystal resonance generator underneath. So if I put the growth... oh, wait, no. Or yes. Yeah, because we want it one higher. Okay, hold on. I know what I'm doing. I'm not nuts. Just give me a second. So those are the 4 seeds. We actually want the growth accelerator up here, by the sides of all of them, and then we want the crystal resonance generator underneath. Luckily, we have a jetpack. Please don't let me fall. We want to put it right there, and that should power it. Is it powered? It says device offline. What did I do wrong? Yeah, it's supposed to be right next to the things. What's the problem down here? Device online, it says, so why is it not generating any power? Oh, you know what? It's probably, like, aimed the wrong way. So if I do this now and click it on that, there we go. Okay, so now take a look at that. They're going to grow so much more quickly than they were when we were just, you know, had them regularly planted. And as they grow, should... oh, by the way, I think this is supposed to be 9x9, not 5x5. Yes, that's what we want. Okay, so it's actually picking everything up. This is perfect. Now we have Certus quartz actually automated. We don't have to do anything except for pick it up. And that makes me a happy boy. It also means we can continue moving forward with some of the other seeds that we can create out here. For example, we have dirt seeds, but it would also be nice to have things like stone and other things that we might want to use for building materials. So I think I might do that. I might go back into the quests, and then under generating resources, I might just take another look through here and grab some of the basics, just so we can have it automated. I'm also going to have to go back and forth to do some of the AE2 stuff to get more of these, but it shouldn't be too bad. I've done this before in all the mods, and it's not terrible. Once you get going, it really makes things easier because you start getting this sort of stuff. So, like I said, it automates the earlier steps. And you can use those to make mine... oh, good. Yeah, you can use it to make Certus quartz crystals, the dust, other stuff. And what would be really nice is Fluix seeds. Oh, can I do that now? Imperium and Fluix crystal, prosperity. Ooh, if I could do that now, that'd be so great. Oh, no way. I have Imperium. I have a prosperity seed base. And I have 4 oh, we can actually do this now. This is fantastic. So Imperium is on the top. Okay. Oh, I am so excited about this. This is going to make it so easy. So Imperium on each of these sides, Fluix on the rest, because it's such a pain to do this manually and have to keep getting the crystals and the redstone and the quartz and putting it all in water. If I could just make it with these seeds. Oh, yeah. All right. Sorry, redstone. We do not need you. We're getting rid of that. You can go over here. And there we go. We're getting Fluix Essence. Oh, I am in love with that. That's fantastic. So what I'm going to do is let this run for a little bit until we have enough of the Fluix Essence and the Certus Quartz Essence. And then we'll take that, make a bunch of the growth accelerators, the crystal resonance things, whatever, because I think we're fully automated on all of those things. We have copper and iron at the gears. We now have the Certus Quartz coming out of here. We just have to charge it. We have the Fluix being created. We have iron, the ME cables, our glass, and the quartz. So glass is one we need to look at. This is no problem. That's no problem. So glass. The last part is glass. Do we have glass automated anywhere? Well, kind of do, in a way, because since I've turned this off, we have lots of glass, or not glass, but sand being created here, so we can just go smelt all of this. Okay, we're in business, citizen. I'm gonna kind of go through that grind for a little bit. This loot llama's getting on my nerves. Might not be here when we get back. Get out of my doorway. I'm so serious. Move it. Nope, don't. Oh, now he's mad at me. Well, he shouldn't be messing with me. Okay, so we will actually maybe make more iron furnaces because this will take forever. This does make it pretty easy because you can craft things here and just put it right into storage and then just keep going through and picking the things you need, put them into storage, grab this, put it into storage, and then you got what you need. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to do a bit of work. I'll let you know when we've made progress. Just a quick note here to say that I'm incredibly clever. You all knew that already, but anyway. I have this system set up now because I was tired of charging manually the Certus Quartz crystals, which is really hard to say. But all you have to do is put some in this chest, they go into the hopper, those go right into the charger here, they wait there until they're charged, then they go into the hopper here and get dropped off in this chest as charged crystals. And all I had to do was set up this energy pipe through pipes, and that's powering this. So now that is automated, the rest is pretty much good to go. I'm just kind of creating extra things right now. I did get gold furnaces, so we're continuing with the glass, and I'm making more charcoal and all that stuff. But yeah, generally things are going well. I'll let you know once we have made more progress. We've made some progress here, and now we have 3 of each of these things that we need, which means... Oh, by the way, out of curiosity, how much... Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say... how much of these are we using? We should just fill all this up with iron hose. But anywho, I might just do these 4 spots all the way around. That way we could pick seeds that we want to fill up the rest of it with, which means we need to get rid of some of these, get some temporary blocks set up, get the generators popped in down here. Kind of hard to manage, but we got this. Nope. Last one. There we go. Okay. Not the easiest thing in the world. The nice part is, too, these, once they're in, will affect this one double, I think, for example. So it's not like, you know, we're just doing it for the ones around it. You know what I mean. You get double on some of them. All right, so now we need lots and lots and lots of iron hose, and we need more seeds to put in here. In fact, I wouldn't mind these coal seeds. I got them as rewards. Maybe, at least for now, we'll put them by one of the accelerators, and then we'll look into which ones we want to do next. Oh, look at that. Lots of iron ready just for me. That should do the trick for a bit, hopefully. Bonk. Oh, okay. We should get stone seeds, because I'm assuming, obviously, you can get stone from that. Actually, deep slate wouldn't hurt if I could figure out how to get deep slate. I have tons of cobblestone, but I don't really feel like smelting it all. I guess it would be easy with create, but I mean, come on, this is just 100% automated. We should also probably make more... Let's see. I need another tempered jar, or... Well, no. I want to make more of these Prosperity Seed Base. We will get that in a minute. I have to cook up some glass first, but... Tempered glass, that is. For now, I think we can do one of these. Boop, 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 and boop. Last one of these for stone seeds. Oh, did I leave that on? I guess so. Whatever. Works for me. Thank you. That will be good for building materials. There we go. So I finally have one of these. We'll just keep it in here. And it said regular seeds and prosperity shards make... Prosperity Seed Base. Okay, yeah, good. So we'll keep those going for a while. Then do we need any other tier 1? I mean, I would do, like, well, maybe would. Nah. Deep slate I do. I just can't. How do you get deep slate? Deep slate pebble. Did I get any pebbles, maybe? Oh, you might get it by crushing copper ore. Interesting. Nope. I did not get any of those pebbles. Oh, I forgot. This just kind of spits them out. We'll have to stand around to pick them up when it spits them out. And it's not automated. Okay, yeah, I totally forgot about that. But, out of curiosity, nothing in here? Lots of stone stuff. Oh, hey buddy, how's it going? Well, feel free to just get washed in there nonstop. These are empty. Okay. I don't know. I don't know about deep slate. Let's look into other stuff. Nether seeds would probably be a good one. Maybe even grains of infinity. Let's start with the nether ones. Nether agglomeratio. Soul sand, netherrack, nether brick, nether wart. I might need some more netherrack. Ooh, or I could do this. That's kind of neat. Extractor, aluminum. Ooh, I don't have this stuff. Maybe not. Yeah, because to make the amount of nether bricks we're going to need... Yeah, okay. I need more of this, netherrack. Oh boy, we know what that means. But at least we have a jetpack this time. I don't think it'll be able to recharge in the nether, so we have to be a little bit careful about that. Well, let's just run over... Get some netherrack. Actually, extra pickaxe too, please. There we go. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's just dig down here. Definitely could be worse. I like that nothing really appears to spawn anywhere except where those spawners are inside. That is one massive benefit to the nether that I've noticed. Ooh, there's deep slate bricks here. I wonder if we can turn that into deep slate to get those seeds. Might be able to crush them down or something. Why do I keep forgetting that I have vein mining? So if we do that, look at that, all at once. Nice. I do need to remember that. So much easier. Oh, hello. Okay, 2 stacks. That should be plenty. Let's head back and remember I can't recharge this. Wow, that goes through the power on this jetpack so quickly when it's not getting recharged. I did not realize that. Also, that's blackstone. I could have got it here. I didn't realize that last time. Oh well. We figured it out. Back we go. Alright, back where we can charge things up, and we should be able to... I think we need 16 total. Put the rest in here. And then also, I'm curious, can I... That would be cracked. Doesn't look like I can break it down anyway. Well, chiseling. I could turn it into cobbled deep slate. That might work. Don't really need it just now, but good to know we've got potentially an option there. And then once we've got these, because I think one of the things we needed was the nether bricks. So yeah, we can get 4 of these now. There we go. Then if we put them in here, it was what? Nether what was it? Agglomeratio. And we should have enough of everything now. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And that goes with prudentium. Do I have prudentium? 6. So, we're almost out of that one. But that should be all we need. Which hopefully means we won't have to go back to the nether, because now we can make our own nether stuff here. Boop, 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 boop. I've got to do that every single time. Yes. Nether seeds. Hooray. I'm starting to think I don't really need 2 sides. I might have gone a bit overboard with that, but that's alright. Let's put you in the middle so you go super fast. How are we looking in here? Ooh, lots of Certus quartz, good. That is looking beautiful. And until we get more seeds, there's not really a reason to not just move these ones in. So we'll do out here, 1 right there, 1 here. Then we've got 1 spot left if we did want to accelerate another seed. Get all this put in here for now. I think I was pretty good on the tier 2 seeds. So if we look at tier 3, I suppose I could now do nether quartz seeds, and then it kind of would make that whole create factory we made redundant, so maybe we won't do that. Obsidian seeds, that might not be bad. Ooh, glowstone. I'd love to use that for building. What does it take to do glowstone? Just glowstone dust, huh? Tertium. I do have some tertium. Ooh, I have exactly 4 glowstone dust. That's perfect. Let's do it. Got a bit of rain, that's okay. We're in a good mood because we're making lots of progress. And this, glowstone seeds, that'll really help with our build. Thank you. And in fact, we are going to swap out this one, the iron seeds, with glowstone. I prefer more of that. And now, we just kind of let this build up for a little while. And I think it'll be time to work on a build, because now we've got glowstone, we have stone, we'll have nether stuff if we need it. I don't know why we would. But things are looking up, citizen. I just went for a nice walk outside today in January. It was like 50 degrees outside. Incredible. It's been like 0 degrees recently. But anyway, I had to go for a walk because it was so nice, but I'm back now. This has been working, and you might have noticed down in the hotbar, I have diamond tools now. Not only that, but they're enchanted. I did not use the diamonds we've been getting from the wandering villagers. I upgraded these. We had the Fletchers. Now we have a toolsmith that's upgraded for a diamond shovel and a pickaxe, and a weaponsmith for an axe. So now we have efficiency 2 diamond pickaxe, a diamond shovel with fortune 1 and unbreaking 3, and a diamond axe with efficiency 2. One of the reasons I thought to do that, where did I put my other axe? Was because I saw this kind of shimmering and I was like, oh, I didn't know this was enchanted. This steel axe I've been using the whole time, it has silk touch on it. I had no idea. So we're going to save that in case we need silk touch. I'm actually going to put that in my backpack. Now the other thing I was thinking, the reason I have 2 potatoes and sugarcane, and actually I'm going to work backwards here. I was thinking about building, and I was going to use stone, but I thought, you know what, it might also be nice if I could get mossy cobblestone or mossy stone brick or something like that. And we'd need either vines or moss. Moss I didn't really look into, but vines you can make with nature essence. And of course, nature essence comes from mystical agriculture. Now, in order to get the seeds, we need another one of these, the agglomeratio, a nature one. And it's stuff we don't have. I have the sugarcane and the potato. I don't have cactus or pumpkin. Now, cactus at least you can get from wandering traders, I believe. So we might look into that. Pumpkins might be a little bit more difficult. Or maybe we can go check the villages again. I didn't really look, and if they have pumpkins, that would be good. So nature seeds, that's the last one that I want to work on and see if we can manage. And if we can, then I'm going to build something over here to house our gears, and then build sort of like a floating island beneath this, or maybe put it on top of a floating island, that sort of thing. So, the plan. I have emeralds, and if we want to try to find cactus, let's just double check this. Wandering trader. Yep, there is... Oh, they can have pumpkins. Why didn't it show that before? Okay, so they can have either one. Pumpkins or cactus. So we want to essentially just try to get that. And I remember this. FTB shop, in here there was trader event, repeatable quest. With 5 silver coins, I can spawn one of the many traders from Wanderer Guild to pay me a visit. So I'm going to try this. Let's see if I can click... No, that doesn't work. Do I click this? Valid items for silver coin. Value of this coin is 1. Yeah, submit. Click to submit. Oh, do I need them in my inventory? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a creature's approaching. What creature is approaching? Loot llama. It's another food one. They all have food. And I've already got 2, I think. No, thank you. I will see if you drop me anything else, though. Goodbye. Oh, it escaped before I could do the deed. Oh, well. Okay, let's try this now. Silver coin, submit. There we go. Reward collected. Summoned a wandering trader. Where are you? There you are. Don't fall into anything, weirdo. They seem to always have mostly the same stuff, which might not be a good thing. Hey, I'm gonna buy another one of my heads. Why not? But you know what I mean? Isn't this the same thing that they always have? I mean, I will get more diamonds. I'm gonna do that, but I'm pretty sure it's always exactly the same, which doesn't bode well. Why don't you have cactus or pumpkins? Where are you going? All right, he's making a run for it. So I'm not sure. We might want to run and check out those other villages. We'll keep that. The head I will put over the other door just to make sure it matches. That's so weird. Put that away. Yeah, because cactus I don't have. Pumpkin. I don't even have seeds. Pumpkin seeds. No? Okay. Let's go check. And actually, thinking about it, another thing we could do, we could probably upgrade this wood jetpack now to something better. And if it had more energy, I might be able to fly to new islands out there. That's another thought. So as soon as we sleep, maybe let's look into that now. Stone jetpack, stone capacitor. Yeah, we might be able to do this. Let's check. So we need 2 of these. We'll need lots of these. How do we make those? How many can I make just regularly? Like 32? Ah, that's it right there. Out of iron, really? Well, got lots of things to make more iron. There we go, look at all that. Oh, was I also, yeah, I was smelting some stuff up. There we go, we've got 6 in there. Let's add all of this, that's gonna be plenty of iron. Turn that into iron then. There we go, 32. We need lots of these stone energy cells. I'm not gonna count because, you know, why would I? Oh, now it's redstone. Ugh. We have this stuff. It's just I need to actually, you know, convert it into the stuff itself. Yeah, stuff. Or no, wait. Don't you have to... Yeah, you have to blast that. I thought so. All right, give me a minute. I'm going to see if we can make this upgraded jetpack, but it's going to take a while, as you can see. Back in a few. Oh, wait a minute. I was just looking for other ways to get cactus, and I thought maybe I can strain for it. So I looked at this, and then down at the bottom it said the nature essence that strainers collect is useful for a vast variety of plant-based goods. I already have nature essence, so I should be able to use that, right? So if I did cactus, I can do that. Ah, I can make it out of nature essence. I mean, I'm always glad when I figure these things out, but it's like I could have figured that out earlier. I just had to look. And let me guess, pumpkin, same thing? Yep. Oh boy. Okay. I bet you can make sugarcane. Yeah, all this stuff. Anything I might need, I can probably get from this. Oh, that would have been helpful earlier. Oh wow. Okay. I frustrate myself so you don't have to. I'm still upgrading my jetpack. That just seems like a good idea. But before we get back to that, I am going to make this stuff. And I'm assuming we need 4 of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. With prudentium, which I need 2 more of. But luckily it's easy to make. And I can do that right here. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, geez. I'm glad I just tried to use my jetpack, but I'm not wearing it. I'm glad I realized that before I jumped over the edge for some reason. All right, let's get these put down. Which now is a little bit, I guess, not necessary. Now that I'm realizing that because the point of nature seeds was to get the nature essence, but apparently we can just get that out of the strainer. This is, this is a little bit easier. Let's swap out one of the coal seeds. And these aren't being harvested, which tells me these are probably all broken again. How do I get down there? Nope. I want to try to get down there between the chest and the... Oh, okay, maybe this wasn't the best setup. Okay, excuse me for a minute. Glowstone suit. Yeah, okay. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Let's get more hose, fill this back up, work on the jetpack, but at least now we have those nature seeds. So once again, I'll check in with you a minute. I'm just going to refill that. I'm going to get that jetpack. Then I still kind of want to check out those villages just because I had the idea. There's no reason not to go and see if something else isn't nearby. There we go. That actually wasn't so bad. I think that's the last thing we needed. Yeah, stone jetpack. So we are going from 20,000 FE capacity to 100,000, so 5 times. That's not bad at all. Ooh, it gives you armor too. I kind of forgot about that. Nice. I mean, do we want to keep going? To iron? Maybe. Ooh, advanced coil. Well, it's just gold. We have infinite gold. You've convinced me. Give me a minute. No problem at all. Now we're going from 100,000 to 800,000. Wow. Okay. This is going to take a while to fill up, isn't it? But worth it. Actually, no. That's going really fast. In fact, is that going to be a problem? If we go check our... Because it's separate, it's up here. Maybe we should move this up to where we have more power being generated. Plenty of cobblestone in here. That's not really keeping up. Yeah, it's just sucking everything out of here. But I mean, it had a ton. Once it takes everything out of here, I think I am going to move it. Because it might be the case where if you move this, it loses everything that's inside it, and that would be a shame. But we should just about... Well, we'll take a ton of it out anyway. Well, is it a problem? This still seems like it's working pretty efficiently. I've just been manually filling it up over here because I don't use it that often. The power, that is. It might not be an issue. Once we cap out, let's see how quickly it goes back up. Not that fast, but I also don't want to lose like 230,000 FE or whatever this is. Yeah, let's just leave it. Because if we do this, 7... Ooh, that goes down very quickly though. Yeah, I could connect it to every single generator up there. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna move it. Let's move it. Probably gonna waste everything here. Yeah, 0 stored. Oh well. I'll leave this here just for some, power in case we need it for something else. I actually have a lot up here. I expanded it and reshuffled things around here. Wow, the iron is a lot faster than the wood. I was getting used to that. So can I just put you right... Wait a minute. No, they wouldn't all be connected to the one... Hold on. Because I could just attach it to one up there, but I don't think it would inherit the power from everything else. And I made these energy pipes. I needed them for something. I forget what. Oh, for this right here. So if I did something similar, where... Can I connect them across the top of here? Ooh, Wandering Trader spawned. Now that I don't need them, does that connect everything up? Or I'm probably going to have to do that. But my thought is... If we put this right here... Oh, wait a minute. No, that works fine. Huh. Oh, maybe it's just because it's pulling it out of this one? Transferring 256 every tick. Yeah, it looks like it's going about that. So, for example, if I did this and went boop, boop, Boop. It's going to start pulling out of all of these. I think so, because they're starting... Well, maybe. It's hard to tell. No, it's definitely going up faster. Okay. Pop the binding card back in there, and we should be good to go on power, I hope. This is like... Well, it's definitely sucking it out of the middle, but it's keeping up, I think. We're going to just hope that it's all fine. Now, time to explore. Are you the new guy that just showed up? No, you're the one I traded with. Is there a new wandering trader? Might have fallen off the edge. Haven't really been back here. This looks pretty good. Look at that. It'll look better once we have something to support these little islands off to the side. Might even do something on this side too. But for now... What is going on? Why can't I open my door? Probably your fault, llama. There we go. I was going to say, for now, we're just going to double check that this is all good. No, it's not. It sucked out every last bit of power. But that's fine. It'll keep going eventually once this stuff starts moving. Why isn't it moving, by the way? Might not have enough capacity. Maybe if I just did an upgrade. I don't remember how that works either, but... Hold on. Did I not connect up those ones? Is that why? Am I gonna feel really stupid? Is that in there not, like, adjusted? Oh, I need more space here. Like this thing right there? Yeah, they weren't. Oh, I'm so stupid. Those weren't even working. I manually put some lava in to kickstart them, but that's why these ones are full. I'm so dumb. These weren't even doing anything. Okay, that should hopefully help. They are really quickly going through the lava, but I don't really see what else we could do about that. Whatever. This is going up pretty quickly now. I think we're good to go do some exploring. Then when we get back, we should have enough of the nature essence to start building our little supporting island, just for a little bit of mossy cobblestone. All right, we're good. Off we go. Well, I guess the question is, do we go in the direction we already went, or do we go in an opposite direction? Do I still have that compass? Yeah. I mean, there's stuff like this. I'm looking for source FTB. Oh, there we go. Sort by source. We have Weeping Well. These are all the FTB ones. Water Orb, Warped Sky Village. That's the Nether, though. I mean, we could explore the Nether. Oh, no, we can't. We can't do cross-dimensional with the power. Yet. Volcano, Terrible Island, Small Snowy Island, Purple R's Island. That might be fun. Mechanical. I wonder if that would have mechanism stuff on it. Oh, that's Nether. Never mind. Magical Dungeon. That just sounds cool. And it's overworld. Is that any of these nearby? Really hard to see with my jetpack stuff there, but I think it says 2,800 blocks away. I don't know if I can fly that far. Oh, but it is... kind of in this direction. If we follow this for a while, would it get better? Ooh, new skill point. I've got lots of new skill points. Draw speed, arrow damage, arrow velocity. I kind of like draw speed. Yeah, let's do draw speed on that. Oh no, I gotta do this first. Never mind. Now draw speed. Athletics. We can do dodge chance, jump height, dodge chance. Don't really want any of those. Let's just get faster. Magic. I must have done something magical to earn this. I don't know. Ooh, R's spell power, iron spell book. Okay, we haven't done either of those, so I'm gonna leave it for now. Good to know though. So there's our two sky islands where we were before. And like I said, I did head over to that one and already looted it. There might be pumpkins there. I don't know. It's not what I was looking for when I was there. Also not important. The important question is, from here, can we fly about 2,300 blocks? And actually, we can get a little bit closer from up here. I mean, I guess technically what we could do is just fly until we get to about 400 left on the power of the jetpack, because then we know we have to turn around to be able to travel the same distance. You'd also think we might just run into something out there that we could land on. It does make me a bit nervous though. So it's off in that direction. Nom 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 nom. Oh, my jetpack is not recharging. Am I too far away? Binding card. Binding card, link a player with player transmitter in the same dimension. You need to link it before adding. I mean, yeah. Doesn't say anything about like a limit. Maybe it's the player transmitter. Capacity. I don't know. That's just the speed at which it can gain power. So either I'm out of... Oh, you know what it probably is? Maybe our base back there isn't chunk loaded. So it's not creating power and it's not... Yeah, maybe that's... Can we do chunk loading? Anchor upgrade, chunk loader. There's a chunk loader. I need an Eye of Ender. That's the only thing I wouldn't have. I mean, I might just be able to, like, sometimes there'll be just like a chunk loading option. Oh yeah, I also forgot about the all-in-one tools. I should probably have done that. Okay, unfortunately this might be a bust from the get-go because I'm guessing that's what it is, and we can test it. If we get closer and render in the base, and then we see that it starts filling back up, that's what the issue was. In which case I might try to see if we can get a chunk loader going. So 755, that's what it's at right now. Actually, I'm impatient. We're gonna fly because it's faster. There we go. We can see the base. I don't know if that's just render distance. It might not be simulated yet. Yeah, I've got 24 chunk render, 12 chunk simulation. So once we get closer... Yep, we just hit it right there. See that? It just started again. Ah, okay. We have to chunk load the base somehow. There's, of course, also a mechanism chunk loader, and it's pretty advanced. We wouldn't be able to do that anyway, but it still annoys me that we weren't able to do mechanism. It worries me that I don't know what Steve's Carts 2 is. Like, if I make this, will it definitely work? I'm assuming I have to do something with it. It doesn't look like it's placeable. And shift for more info just says won't occupy any sides. I don't know what that means. Is Steve's Carts on here? Not that I can tell. Oh, wait a minute. Am I dumb? I might be dumb. Can't I do it here? Claim to chunks. Isn't that force loaded? Yes. So this is the house right here. If we take those, how do I chunk load them or force load them? Left button to claim, unclaim, force loading, shift left. Boop, 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 boop. I probably don't need this one because technically really the only chunk is this one right here that I need. And it's like right on the edge of these two. So yeah, that should be fine. I don't think I need this one right here. Yeah, okay, I'm glad I remembered this. You can just use the map to force them in. That should work fine, I think. And you know what? Let's also load these two over here because that's where the mystical agriculture is running. Just so while we're away, it does that, but I think that'll work. I'm smart. I win. It takes me a minute, but I get there. All right, let's test my theory. What is that? Hello? There's an owl down there. Don't go down there, owl. Poor little guy. All right, time to test. If we can fly all the way there and it keeps recharging my jetpack, then we're in good shape, and I think we are. And actually, I should be able to fly forever, because look at this. I can keep the same altitude just by pressing and unpressing fly, and I'm keeping like top energy on my jetpack, so I think we'll be fine. More owls down there. Okay. Let's sleep one more time, and then I think this will now be no problem whatsoever. Okay. Hopefully a magical dungeon is actually, like, a neat thing, and not a waste of time. But if we see anything else as we're flying by, we could probably also stop there. Oh, by the way, I also found out we have this set home command that's a part of FTB. So I set home at home, and now if I just say home, it'll bring me right back to our island. So we shouldn't have to fly back home, which is a really nice addition to the mod pack. Ooh, Pyromancer spawned. Oh well. We're being distracted. Off we go. Oh, right away. There's something else. There's two something else's. Wow. Okay, that literally as soon as I took off, we found a couple other things. So hopefully they're friendly. I don't know. This... Oh, wait. Isn't this the one that's trapped at the top? I remember this from all the mods. Yeah. Doesn't that guy come to life? Okay, we might have to get out of here quickly, but I want to take whatever's in here. You're not going to come to life? Do I have to, like, jostle you or something? What, can I break it? Yep, that's what it did it. Okay. You just hang out right there. I'm gonna, stay at a distance, because you look like you have a lot of health. What do you mean it's not fighting fair? I have technological marvels! Where are you going? Okay. I was hoping to see what you would drop, but also I see something there. What's that? Oh my goodness! What are you? Are you a friendly Wilden stalker? I wouldn't think so. Yeah, you don't look friendly. Ow. Okay, so this isn't necessarily a friendly island, but I would like to see if there's more chests. Anything? Hello? Nope, more of these. Pyromancers. Nope, 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 nope. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. I'm not really, like, combat build in this 100 days, so I'm not looking forward to this sort of thing. Yeah, you guys enjoy. I think I'm good. Ooh, there's deep slate too if we need it. What is that? No, it's not. Replica ore? No. Okay, whatever. Let's check this one out. That one is spooky scary. It didn't really have anything good on it. No thank you. This one has, like, green waterfalls. There's another one right over there. Man, this place is just tons of stuff. What? Cognitium? Ooh, moss too. Okay, hold on a second. Let's just, everybody just chill. Just trying to get a thing to stand on. I'm worried if I touch this, it will, like, you know, burn because it's acid or something. Let's get a bucket. Can I pick you up? I can. Cognitium bucket. Might come in handy, who knows? And that is a block of experience. Yes, please. Thank you. Already finding some useful stuff out here. Now up top, we have some kind of house. It looks like it could be friendly. I am going to take some of this stuff because we were talking about it earlier. I could always replicate the moss, that's no problem. And what do we have here? Bunch of chthonic gold ore. Okay. Name tag, that can come in handy. Ooh, I see an enchanting table up there. I'm not going to use it, but we might find some use out of it. Hyper dense drive, okay. High density storage, if you say so. Ooh, ender pearl, I need those. I think I need those. I might not anymore. That might be one of the things we gave up on. Okay, anybody home? Is there a reason I shouldn't be in here? Oh, trial spawner. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Are you? Oh, wait. You look like you're friendly. Okay, good. That's some stuff. Okay. So if you're friendly... Oh, and you trade. Spell books. Alright. Spider eyes in case anybody needs it. Getting quests left and right, too. Enmity 2. Deals increased damage to players. Okay, I can't see why I would want that. What else do you have? Oh my goodness! What were those? No! Priest! Priest, go upstairs. There's meanies. Do you see those, priest? Look at it. What is it? Oh my goodness. Try to... Ah! No, 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 no. That took out a lot of health. Nope. What on earth is that? The priest is taking care of him, but wow. Okay, I'm just gonna... Let's try to bypass some of this and just head right upstairs. The priest, I'm sure, can handle it. He looked like he knew what was going on. What is that? What on earth? LV accumulator? Like Legion V accumulator? Yeah, let's go with that. Wait, what is this? What on earth is that? What is going on with this thing? I'm taking it. Windmill. Got it. I think that was a rendering issue. It's supposed to look like that. Wow. Maybe that's a way to get power. I'm not sure. I feel sorry for that priest down there. Let's check in. What's going on? Oh, hey, buddy. Ooh, you do a lot of damage. Elite... What does it say? Elite Draugr. Okay, yeah, no thank you. This is not what we came out here for. That was unexpected. I thought because the priest was here, this would be just a beautiful, nice place, and it is not. But I feel safe with you, priest. Let's just, see if we can get these guys to come down. Or I can be brave and just hit you from here. Nope, 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 nope. Take him out, priest. Take him out. Yeah, get him. Good job. Take him out. Well, isn't this exciting? Seriously? That was the first not today, thank you? Are they dropping anything? Oh, they are. When he takes him out, they drop stuff. Thank you. You are no match for the priest. No, don't look at me. Look at the priest. I have a feeling this could go on for a long time. Maybe we should move on? Ow. I feel like I should help. Look, I'm helping, priest. Hooray. I did a good job. You can't beat me and my priest buddy. He's the Pontifex Maximus. Thank you. Good job, priest. Is there a way to just destroy whatever was spawning those guys? Quickly, quickly, quickly. Oh, I want that thing. Nope, 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 nope. That was way too close. That was way too close. I think there was netherite scraps in there. Ooh, maybe I can do this. Nope, that's not anything good. Maybe we can grab that. And, okay, we got that. Can we get it from here? There we go. What are these? Abominable energy. Okay. You can't open doors, can you? I really hope you can't open doors. Oh, they still do so much damage. I'm getting out of here. I think we probably got everything that's in this place, and I'm pretty terrified of those Draugr. So we're moving on. See if we can actually find the thing we were trying to find. Walking on the clouds, no big deal. Ooh, there's something. I'd really like it if it was a friendly something. Ooh, something else. There's a ton of stuff out here I didn't know about. Hello? Okay, we've got Piglin, we've got you. That looks ominous. Oh, Piglin Brute. No! No, 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 no. I saw the spawner too late. Do you want to just jump off of there, maybe? Or move away from the spawner so I can break it? I think he wants to move away from the spawner so I can break it. There we go. That probably was not the only spawner. Yeah, there's another one right over there. Yeah, you're angry. You can't reach me up here. It's sad. I get it. Nobody wants to be the guy stuck behind a bush and just getting arrows to the face, but that's you, my friend. All right, let's go break this other one. There we go. Oh, we're getting broken spawners. They've got that too. Got like some mage lights under there. We've got a kamikaze bee spawn egg. Okay, I will take it. Ooh, missed a spawner. Where is it? Whatever. I don't think there's really much here. Neat looking place, though. Now, what was this other thing that I saw over here? Oh, wait. Solium dust. That comes in handy for something. I can't remember what, but we know where this is if we need it. We're getting close to the mystical dungeon, or magical dungeon. This looks... yeah, that's ominous. That's a bunch of witches. Hey, friends. You want to move away so I can check what's inside that chest, please? Yep, just step back a little bit. I don't need to be poisoned. Oh, there's wither skeletons up there too. So this is just a magnificent place. I do want to try to... Ooh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Nope, no, I said I didn't want to be poisoned. It's like they weren't even listening. What's inside here? I'm starting to think maybe we should have prepared a little bit better, like, you know, better armor or something. There does appear to be a diamond block here, but it says white elevator on it, which seems strange. Yeah, that was not a diamond block. Weird. In any event, this is another mean place, and I'm pretty much out of inventory space, so maybe we just go check out what this thing is that we were supposed to be going to this whole time. If it's got anything good, we'll clear the inventory out a bit and bring it home. That might be it. Magical dungeon. That looks like it could be bad news, if I had to guess. What do we got in there? Any magic users that want to throw fire? Well, I see a spawner right off the bat. Quest complete. Discover a certain magical dungeon. Done. I just heard a sound I didn't like at all. Oh, it's these. Tainted rock. Ooh. Alright, what do we got down here? Already I can see that there's a spawner right there. What are the odds that we can just run down, break the spawner, and explore? Alright, we're gonna try it. We could always jetpack up if we need to. And here we go. Break it, break it, break it. I don't think I can break these. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope. Woo! What did it say that was? What are you? Arch Evoker. Okay. No, thank you. How do I keep managing to find these incredibly dangerous things? It didn't sound like that. Like in the brochure, I did not get that vibe. It's just a bunch of... It's a challenge tower. That is not what I'm about. Yeah, look at this. Look inside there. You see, it's like a evil sorcerer's lair, and that's where the bad guy, like, meets all of his bad guy friends, and they do bad guy stuff, and yeah, this is... Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, I thought this would be nicer type of thing. It is not. We are nowhere near able to take this on. I think it's time to go home. This is... Oh, I love that ham. Look at that big old ham. But yeah, it's time to go home. I almost want to do like an explorer, like go in a different direction and check for other stuff, but we need to drop off all the inventory first. So we're gonna head home. It worked! I did the home command and we spawned right here. Very nice. So I'm going to do a little bit of inventory cleanup, and then we might check on how much we have with mystical agriculture. At the very least, I had that one idea, and I want to make a little extra sky island underneath the geode area, or geore, and then we still have to have like a tower sort of thing surrounding it, so we got to get that built in. But there will be time for other things, so I'm going to do that, get all organized, and then we'll kind of decide on what order we're going to do these things in. See you in a few.
Alright, we've done some sorting, and I think I've got everything that I want for some of these builds, at least for the sort of terrain element of it. So for example, I keep talking about it, but we're going to try to set up some kind of island supporting this, maybe bridging off of the side of the geode over here. It wouldn't hurt to do something similar on this side, or at least do something. This is bothering me, how it just kind of ends in nothing right here, so that needs to be fixed up. And then looking back here, it's, I don't know, something feels weighted a little bit weird, and I'm enunciating that because I feel like weighted, like, sounds like a different word, but anyway, feels like maybe right there, like we need a tower or something, or, I don't know, something to, the house is too heavy in my vision right now. And then same thing with the front, it kind of seems like we need a grand entryway right here, or, I don't know, I'm not quite sure. In short, there are things to do. So I'm going to start with this. All of these things I'm going to use to build a supporting terrain or structure underneath this. Then we can start building up the tower or something to basically enclose this area. And then we can move on to some of those other things that I just mentioned. I essentially want to make sure that everything looks really good around here before we have to wrap up. We still have time though. And it'll take me a couple hours. You're going to watch all of that beat by beat. I'm not going to do any cutting or editing whatsoever. You're just going to watch the entire thing. There's going to be no talking. It's just going to be me building the entire time. No, of course not, citizen. Cut to time lapse. Oh, wow. That was abrupt. I don't have a fact ready. Okay. I've used this one before, but it's a good one. So let's do it again. In the ancient world, salt was so valuable for preserving food that soldiers were sometimes paid in it. That's actually where the word salary comes from. And here's a bonus related dad joke. If I seem a bit salty today, it's probably because I'm literally worth my weight in seasoning. Ooh, no, that was bad. That doesn't really even make sense. Yeah, I'm sorry about that one. Let's just get back to it. I have to say that's not too shabby. Everything turned out really nice. I did remember how to hover on the jetpack, so that makes it a little bit easier, but I like how the island turned out underneath it. I think that is a good design. It's a good shape. I wasn't sure at the beginning if it would turn out, but I'm happy with how that did turn out. Up top, we kind of went with a ancient ruin type of look. I'm pleased with that. Little tree on the side, lots of little details here and there. Like I said, I am pleased. I like how this turned out. I also added a little entryway here just to make it look a little bit nicer. Doesn't really serve a purpose, but I like how it looks. And I did nothing over here. This side we still need to do. And luckily, another thing I'll mention, I was looking through storage and found some of the stuff that I had picked up earlier, like the scribes table from Ars Nouveau. We've got the inscription table from Iron Spell and Spellbook. Probably not going to get to magic in this video, but we've got them if we need them. I also had a couple chipped things here, tinkering and mason table. We'll probably put that, if we build a little tiny tower over here, we'll probably put it there. But what I was going to mention, this has been very handy. The ability to make whatever I need using the mystical agriculture stuff, so coal and stone to make more stone. I've been putting a lot of vines all over the place so we can use the nature essence. All this has been really helpful. And speaking of that, I used a ton, most of it actually, so we might, in fact, I'm gonna clear some of this stuff for now because I'll keep using some of that, but I'm looking for all the stone stuff here, and in fact, I mean, we might even want to use some andesite, because why not? Got some tuff. I mean, I guess we could just move all this into storage, but I'm gonna need to do a little bit of a refill, and we're going to need to decide what to do on the other side. Also, look at all these sea pickles. I should probably just put these down, shouldn't I? Light up the area down here. Give off a bit of light. There we go, much better. But anyway, as I was saying, we'll probably need to get more of these things because over on this side, it's incomplete, especially this back part here. So not only do we need to build up some stuff up here and just make it look a bit better, but also it is hanging over the edge, which I typically don't mind, but it now is starting to bother me because, again, the weight from side to side, making things a little bit even. Now that we have this here, I kind of want to do something similar over on this side that maybe is a bit different. Not so much the hanging sky island like this one, but more just a bit of rock jutting out from the geode and holding it all up. So maybe not as... it doesn't hang down as far, if that makes any sense. Very little of what I say does. So I think we'll go back through, and this is going to take a couple trips. Oh wow, we're all the way down here. Yeah, this is almost full. So I'm going to move all of this stuff back into storage just so we can continue to make any of the resources we need. Like I said, incredibly helpful. I think actually a combination of mystical agriculture and AE2 is probably my favorite foundation of like super modded, or what I think of as super modded, because I typically don't do so much modded. And this is just the bee's knees, as the kids say. You've got a beautiful, wonderful storage solution and the ability to pretty much craft whatever you might need using that solution and these various essences. I don't know, there's just something about it. I love it. But anyway, I will get all of this moved in. I'll get a new material list going. Probably very similar, just stone and mossy stone and that sort of thing. We will get a supporting structure underneath this platform. Oh, and I forgot to mention too, you can also make grass. Isn't that cool? You can do dirt essence and nature essence to make grass blocks. That's what I did for this over here. So that's how we got all this stuff. So very cool. I'm going to grab more materials. We're going to start thinking about this side and how we can get it supported. And then once I've done that, we'll think about what we want to do up here. Probably nothing too crazy. Might just be similar where we put up like a wall around this. It could even be a similar type of thing to that, like the ancient ruin type of look that I was feeling the vibe of when I was building that. I may still go with it. Maybe just a bit more leaves. That might be cool. Actually, can I make leaves with mystical agriculture? Probably. Oak leaves. Ooh, can you not do that? Maybe not. Huh. Ooh, but you could do chipped leaves. I didn't think about that. Anyway, we'll get that figured out. Oh no, out of power. What? Have I been using too much of my jetpack? Everything's offline. Hold on, turn off the jetpack for a second. That's completely full. It shouldn't be taking anything else. These are all running. Where's the power going? Device offline, device offline. Oh, now it's back online, so this is taking the power. Is it? No, it's out of power again. What is going on? I'm not using any power on anything. What? These have a ton of power in them. Why isn't it going anywhere? Oh, wait. Is it not able to transfer quick enough? Oh, I might, Okay, hold on. I have an idea of what we can do here. Give me 1 second. The only problem is I need things out of, here. Okay, I powered it really quickly. I need the pipes, the energy pipes. I might need more of those, actually. Do that quickly. Might need an upgrade, so just in case, we'll get a couple of these. Okay, that should be good. Ooh, I just hit some kind of quest. Okay, nice. Kind of in the middle of a minor emergency, though. I did all this stuff already. What are you talking about? Oh, the upgrade. That's what it was. Okay. Ooh, improved upgrade. Getting distracted. Stop getting distracted. Okay, I think I have what I need. We can now take this down again. And then I'm going to try to make this more efficient because I think I know what's going on. I think it's not able to transfer the power from all of the magmators into AE2. I think it was only able to take it out of one and it just wasn't able to keep up with that. So instead of that, if we do energy pipes connected to all of them, and then I think we need to say take it out of here, and then we say energy acceptor here, device online, so it's able to pull the power. Now it's pulling it from all of the magmators, not just the one. And if I take these two and just put it wherever, kind of behind it, same thing. That should be able to pull it from anywhere. That should be more efficient. Right, Loot Llama? Get out of my house. Okay, are we good? Is everything running? That's good. Now we should be... Yeah, we're pulling energy out of everything now, which is what we wanted. That's all getting charged up. It's a bit of a messy system, but like I said earlier, this was just the way I found that was kind of early game power I could do, and I think that solves the issue we were just running into, so we should be good. Let's just clean it up a little bit. I'll save the upgrades. We might need those, but I think for now it's working fine. There we go. Looks a little bit better like that. Just cover this up for aesthetic reasons. There we go. Much better. Okay. That should be running nicely now. We are happy. I'm going to go to sleep, and then we will start on the other side of the island. Back to time-lapse. Looks like we have time for another Roman fact. Guard duty was arguably the most serious job a Roman legionary had. If a Roman fell asleep on his watch, he could face the fustuarium, a punishment where his own comrades would beat him with sticks. It sounds brutal, but when everyone's lives depend on the guy at the gate staying awake, you tend to take nap time very seriously. I'm glad I haven't had guard duty in a while. I'm a massive fan of what I call my dad naps, which is essentially just a nap, but I can say that I need it because of my crazy mini legions. And in case you're curious, yes, I did have a dad nap yesterday. We'll see if I can squeeze one in today, Mr. Pig. Oh, sorry, Sir Piglington. Anywho, this is looking a bit better. I found this more difficult somehow. It looks pretty simple down here, but yeah, I don't know. That kind of boggled my mind. It looks a little bit odd. I don't know. Like I said, this shape just threw me for a loop a little bit. It looks alright. Once you get all the detail in, I think it looks good. And it fits with over there. They're kind of matching. So that all looks appropriate now to me. I like the outline, but like I said, there's a bit too much weight on this side. Everything else over here is flat. I think we need a little bit of height right here to take up that bit of sky right here. So to me, that says tower, and we don't have a lot of room. Well, we have two options. I could build it here, it'll be pretty small, or I could do something off of this pathway, which I kind of don't want to do. I'd rather have it close by in here, which I guess we could just cover up this little amethyst spot right here. Yeah, that might be the ticket. We can get rid of this garbage, this thing that ever worked. Whoa. Oh, I saw the bar at the left. I was like, what's that from? It's when I look at this, but atomic reconstructor, garbage, get rid of it. By the way, before I forget, I was planning on saying this at the end of the video, but I might forget, so before I do, like I said already, I kind of gave up on the whole osmium thing, and that was for mechanism. I'm assuming I missed something, like, really easy, but, you know, I don't know. It says to get started, you'll need to get your hands on some osmium. I pretty much gave up on that, because when I click on this, nothing happens. We were going down that rabbit hole earlier with the what was it, the molecular transmitter or something like that. I think it's possible, but I am curious for anybody that, you know, has played FTB Skies 2 before, if you know how to get osmium, because this is the only thing I could come up with is this thing. In-world transformation with molten ender, getting budding osmium, obsidian dust. We made most of it except for a block of silver, but then I'm thinking, how do you get silver? I don't know how to get silver. I haven't run into it anywhere. So if you know how to do this whole process, I mean, maybe it's the same way I got the whatchamacallit, the Certus quartz, starting with aluminum. Maybe I have aluminum, I don't know. Iron with cognitive flux and molten ender. So maybe it's just a ton of steps, but yeah, it's a lot. So if you know how to get started with mechanism in this mod pack, please let me know, because that's the one thing that stumped me that I'm a bit upset that it stumped me, and I wish it hadn't. So please let me know. In any event, we are going to make a tower, so I'm going to move some of this, and it doesn't have to be an enormous tower. I'm thinking... In fact, this just kind of looks like garbage over here with all the podzol and the crazy stuff. I might just do a bit of cleanup real quick. Yeah, let's get our grass. I don't know why I put down this stuff. I want to make this a little bit more consistent. And this is fake grass anyway. Yeah, hold on. Give me a minute. We're going to terraform this area, then we'll do a tower. It's easier with diamond tools, but this still feels slow. Like, without efficiency 5, I mean. Yes, I know, I'm very spoiled, but what can I say? I'm a senator. Okay, that is all cleared out. Now it's kind of blindingly white down there. We do want grass, so let's get a bunch of that. Probably some bone meal. But also, we should pick where we're going to do this tower. Mark that out first. Like I said, this does not need to be huge. Probably build it into the wall. So maybe 1, 2, 3... How wide is this going to be? Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1 in the middle to connect. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, same thing. Gonna be pretty close to the house. That shouldn't be an issue, I hope. How do we feel about that right there? I mean, we could even kind of connect it up to the house, almost like it's a little walkway in between. But will it bother me that it is not lined up door to door? Maybe not. Actually, it might be, after we get the grass in here, it might be a nice natural look to have a sort of curved path leading from one to the other. Oh, did you see that? I think a wandering trader just, said a wandering trader spawned, but I think he just fell over the edge. Which, actually, I didn't really think about it, but doesn't that mean this thing hasn't been working? We got this carpet to, like, make them spawn here, and I don't think it's been working. Whatever. Let's say this works. We'll do a tower here, but I need to go grab a bunch of grass, fill in the rest of the other area, and then we can start thinking about the design for this. I do want to see what else we have in the area of mystical agriculture stuff with the essences. I'm wondering if we can make some new blocks, like maybe, I don't know, maybe we could use like nether blocks. That might be fun. In the meantime, we need lots of grass blocks. That should do the trick. Oh, bone meal. Got a bit. We'll grab some bones. Okay. Fill it all in, get it back underneath our campsite here. And there's the rain. I was wondering where that was. There we go. That looks much better. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Now we will need... Nope, I didn't mean to do that. We'll need to get it looking a little bit more natural around here. And then we'll have a little pathway right here. But I am going to look for different materials we can use now. And then we can get started on this tower. So for example, nether essence can be made into nether bricks, which I don't typically build with. That might be the path. Well, let's look at what else we've got. For example, can we make crimson stem? We need wood essence. I don't think I have that. Is it very easy to make? Yes, it is. Should I do that? Yes. I think I would like to use crimson stem, maybe? Well, I was going to say that or mangrove, but honestly, if I did mangrove, I'd still need the wood essence. Yeah, what could it possibly hurt? Let's get some wood seeds. I say that, and then somehow it causes me to like stumble over the edge and we lose the world. Which actually, I don't think that would make me lose the world. I'm pretty sure you like just reappear, like it launches you back up into the air or something if you fall into the void. But I'm not willing to do to check and to take that risk. I think this is what it was. Yeah, wood seeds. Okay. Boop. What can we replace? Get rid of the iron seeds. And this is full again. Wow, this thing's good. Just, it fills up so quickly, which is good. But also, I probably could have automated this transfer with pipes. Moved it all over to the storage automatically, but I don't know. Not feeling it. Alright, we transferred all that stuff. In any event, I do think I want to use some nether bricks. So let's just get maybe a couple stacks of that. We could turn some into cracked nether bricks, but I don't think we need to yet. What is red nether bricks? Maybe. Splash. Oh. Did you just give me a glow squid? Okay, thanks, I guess. We'll start some netherrack cooking just in case we do want to use the red nether bricks. I'm not decided. I was growing some nether wart up here, but I haven't kept up with it, so I probably don't have that much. Maybe this, yeah, maybe not, unless I can make it. Ooh, I can make it. Okay, we're back in maybe territory. In any event, I'll just keep looking around. I will get together some materials, and then we'll start in this tower. Okay, we've got some more of this cooking up in case we need more, but we've got things. And as you can probably tell, I'm going for like a darker look with this one. Basically dark and red. Hopefully, that will turn out nicely. I did put down a foundation just to try to think what would be a good configuration of these different blocks. I'm hoping this is the ticket right here. Now also, probably don't want it massively tall, because like we said, we just kind of want to balance out with the house. So maybe just 2 floors and then a pointy roof? I agree, citizen. That'll work for me. I probably have mentioned this like 10 times by now, but this jetpack is a lifesaver when it comes to building. I love it. So my plan was kind of just to fill out all of this, just so we have the shape down, and then we'll have to do quite a bit of detailing after that. But I typically like to just get the general shape done first. And then once we have that, we can look at it and say, what's missing? What do we want to add on top? I'm sure there's going to be plenty of fences and trapdoors and things like that to even it out. And then I did get some red stained glass pane that we can use for windows. And speaking of that, we'll probably do our first window right up here. We'll check the height after I do this layer, because usually I do these towers pretty tall, but like I said with this one, we're keeping it short because we don't want it to overshadow the house that we built. And I think we've still got... I'm thinking we build it up to maybe around this level, because the roof will be, like I said, pretty pointy. It'll go pretty high, so we'll just see. But... it's looking good so far. Why don't we get in some of the stained glass just so I can see? Whoa! Make sure that I like that. I'm sure I will. We also need to find some doors that will match with this. Are there like netherish type of doors? What do we have? Ooh, source stone doors. I collected a couple source stones out there, but not enough. There is a crimson door. We could do that. There are chipped type of doors as well. I kind of like the secret mangrove door, the overgrown mangrove door, because I'm sure this thing's going to have vines on it by the end. Let's be honest with ourselves. I could probably get a chisel. Yeah, let's see if we can do this. So we get ourselves some mangrove doors. We look for the chisel. There you are. Mason table and iron ingot. No. Need a mason table. Hold on. I need bricks. Oh, that's different. Brick dust. No, that's not right. There we go. Clay. And I've apparently got water essence, so we can make these. I'm waiting for this to finish before we do the clay, and I'm thinking, if anybody's curious, kind of behind the scenes stuff, I'm intending for this to come out Friday, so hopefully you're watching this Friday. What would that be, January 9th? To give you an idea of how close I'm cutting this, it is currently Thursday the 8th at 9:10 a.m. in the morning, so that's when I'm recording these final 10 days, and then I have to edit it, render it, do narrations, thumbnails, overlays, a bunch of the different, finalization stuff. Then I have to upload it, do descriptions. So yeah, no, I don't like cutting it close, not at all. In any event, I think things are looking good. I'll be able to finish this in time, so you can have it January the 9th. 2026, of course. Can hardly believe it. Okay, can I get this thing now? Boop, 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 mason table, give me one of those. Chisel. So now we right-click that, we can do the mangrove door, and I could do different ones. Do we want to do different ones? So I think actually if we go boop, 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 we can pick each one, say I want an overgrown mangrove door, I want a secret mangrove door, and kind of like the fortified. Let's go with that one. Wait, why can't I pick that? There we go. That is something I should have made earlier in the game for sure. Chisels come in handy. Just nice variants on different kinds of things. So let's do our secret door, our fortified, and secret. Oh, I get it, because you could put bookshelves next to it and it'd be secret. Nobody would know. Very cool. Have to keep that in mind for the future. Okay, so why don't we continue building this up? I just had a thought, actually. Well, we'll leave that. I'm thinking we should put glowstones behind the windows so it glows when you're looking from the outside, but it'll look weird on the inside, so we'll have to come up with a design for that. And now that I'm saying that again, this would probably be the best time to do it. So can I get some more bookshelves, come to think of it? I have a few, and I'm assuming... oh wait, do I not have... Oh no, I do. I thought I had a librarian. But you aren't locked in. I never did anything with the librarian. Huh. I thought that I did. Well, let's make it worthwhile. We'll get something we would actually want, even though I'm probably not going to use it, if I'm being honest with myself. And as long as bookshelves are the other trade, we will lock you in. Endless Quiver makes all arrows infinite. That might not be terrible. Yeah, like I said, I'm probably not going to use any enchanting in this video, so we may as well just lock you in. That is expensive, however. I'm not a fan of that. Shouldn't need that many. Local librarian. Create a bookshelf. I guess it doesn't count that I stole the other ones. So what I was thinking, we could just put bookshelves on the sides of these. And then out of curiosity, can I do glowstones? Oh, wow. Yeah, I can. Let's just do 10 for now. Look at that. Polished glowstone. Looks like a block of gold. Some of these are just like crazy looking. That's awesome. Fancy lantern. Yeah, I'm feeling the fancy lantern. Let's do it. So if we put those here, it actually looks kind of nice from the interior as well. We just have to do something like stairs across the bottom and top, but that should be nice. And then if we look from the outside, it will be lit up. That's what I was looking for. Okay, good. Ow. Stepping on fires. We are happy with that. Now we keep building, and actually, ow. Actually, I was gonna say, this will be 2 floors, so, I keep second guessing myself. We should put the floor in first, and we'll get some stairs, and maybe some slabs. How does that look if we do this sort of thing? And then maybe slabs on top, and we could even have that go all the way around. And then we can maybe do something with these to have our second floor area. And then eventually we'll just do some kind of stairway or ladder to get from one floor to the other. Yeah, that should be plenty of space. Okay, we continue. And actually, this floor will be 1, 2, say 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That tall. The roof will be on top of that. Everybody happy. We're going to do more windows up here. And of course, there's a creature. It's going to be another loot llama. I'm super annoyed with those things by now. Yep. Nope. I don't want any more loot llamas. I should have just freed the ones that I have now. Sick of them spitting beetroots at me and stuff. I don't know if we should light these ones up the same way. Not quite sure. It's looking good so far, though. Pretty plain, but we're going to detail it last. And I think what we'll probably do at the top, get a layer of mangrove planks. And then in order to prep for the roof, I think we're going to bring it out by 1. That way, we've got a bit of an overhang. Yeah, pretty simple, but I think it'll work. Okay. Why don't we get some lanterns for up here, just so as we make the roof, nothing's going to spawn in there. Good timing as it goes to night. Put a couple of these by each window. Beautiful. And in the morning, we can get started on the roof. Yeah, this is going to be real close to the house. But, I mean, we are on a geode. As you can tell, there's limited space. I think we're utilizing it pretty effectively, I hope. And for the roof, probably... I wonder, will I run out of these too quickly? I'd like to use these. Maybe a blend. Maybe we do black stone and red nether brick. Let's see how that works out. So we want black stone, I mean, at the bottom layer. Then we move on to the red nether brick up on this layer. How do we feel about that design? Yeah, I mean, you can hardly tell unless there's light on it, but from this side, yeah, it looks nice and vibrant. I like that. It does have to go up a lot higher, though, so at this point, we want to move back to these to give it something to sit on. I'll probably need more of those, but we want to do this. Start giving it some height, and if we start getting a bit low on these, we might be all right because we use fewer and fewer every time we go up a layer. But I was going to say, if we start running low, I'll probably do another band of blackstone through the roof. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna run out. I'm glad I started cooking more of those bricks. We can make another stack there. That actually might be enough. Just turn 1 into stairs. Yep, so we're getting some height on it. That's good, that's what we want. I think we could probably manage a quick, band of blackstone here. So again, we give it something to sit on. Bring it up with blackstone. And then do we want blackstone stairs on top of that or go right back to the red nether? Actually, I think it might look a bit weird like that. We might want to fill these in and start going straight across, connecting it like that. Nearly there. And then up near the top, I think it makes sense to just go stair, stair, stair without connecting them. And then at the very top, I need a couple things, but I want to make this very pointy. So we need a wall, a fence. Maybe we can do a lightning rod. We could do a chain. I'm just thinking of all the things that we can progressively get thinner and thinner. And then actually at the very top, we could do another fancy glowstone lantern. I'm curious how that would look. Whoa. Hey, buddy. All right, so we go from full brick to wall to fence to lightning rod to chain to lantern. Nope, no. Lantern. There we go. Looks a bit bonkers, but I actually don't mind it. Just kind of silly and very, very pointy, like a witch's hat. But I like it. We need detailing still, but I like it so far. The next phase is finding trapdoors to pretty much put all over the place, as well as fences. We need a pathway. We need lighting on the outside. Yeah, let's take a look. And we have to remember, I can do these chipped trapdoors as well. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Oh, no way. There's a recipe in here to do spruce logs into more trapdoors. That's awesome. Oh yeah, we can't forget our vines either. But what do we want for the trapdoor? Do we want to stick with the red, or is there too much red already? Red already. Could do some green. I like some green. Or the other nether color, this sort of yucky green color. No, I kind of like this. Let's do that one. And then just more of a neutral colored one. So, up at the top up here, we get our trapdoors. Why don't we go something like that, maybe? There we go, just to add a little bit of variation up there. And then actually we can use the fences in between those, or in betwixt. I just don't like too much of like flat area. Honestly, just like spamming fences and trapdoors does like wonders. Didn't I do that somewhere else? Or maybe I'm thinking of a different world. Well, I know I did what I did over here. I just spammed a bunch of fences under this because, again, just adds nice little details. Maybe it's just me, but I think it does a lot. I think that might be enough with the roof. And then we definitely need more down here. I did grab walls as well, so we could maybe do things like this on the outside. What we should do is grab more chains. I think we can do something nice with this. So, if we do something where they connect, we've used this before, but I just like this sort of pattern where it goes wall, fence, chain, fence, wall, and then we'll need something to go across the top, but that looks pretty good. Maybe we can do something with these stairs, just a layer going around here, and then back to the trapdoors on top of that. I do want to get some, mangrove trapdoors, because I think that'd be nice as like window shutters here. Okay, so now we've got additional detail on the sides of the doors. I think we still need a little something up here. Maybe we'll get the mangrove trapdoors and we'll do something with that, but starting to come together. Maybe buttons too. Oh, and we should probably do something up here like that. I keep falling, but the jetpack keeps saving me. So mangrove trapdoors, and then do we want those chipped? Honestly, I kind of like these the way they are. Just like you, citizen. I know, so fantastic. But we'll get those up as window shutters, or, you know, whatever these are called. I don't know what they're called. Sounds right, though. Oh, and before I forget, I had been holding onto these because I wanted to put them in here. A mason table and tinkering table. Don't really need them because I've got this chisel, but I think it looks nice in here. We also need a way up there. I mean, I'll think about it. For now, we can just fly up. And since we're in here, nope, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to have those hanging down so we could put one of you on it. Make sure it's lit up. Well, we got those, but you know what I mean. Good, good, good. And then what was I going to do out here? Oh yeah, vines. Don't want to go overboard with these, but it is kind of like a mystical, dark, nether, magical tower. And that, of course, would be sort of overgrown with vines. So I guess I am going to kind of go overboard with these. Alright, what do we think of that so far? And also, let me hover. Does that fix the issue of how the weight was? It's a little bit incongruous, I guess you could say, that they don't match the style, but I also don't mind that because I like trying different styles. The one thing I'm noticing, we should probably get some more light on the outside of it. It really comes out at nighttime that it's not as lit up as the rest. We'll get some lights on, but overall, this place is looking really good. Look at that. If we back up, that is nuts. Why, yes, thank you. I did do a fantastic job. Grab some lanterns. Ooh, I forgot about these iron bowl lanterns. I really like those. So it says we can use this to make those. Yes. Wow, there's a lot of different kinds. Wrought iron? That's pretty cool. Small green, wide. That's a wide boy. Wow. Paper lanterns. I mean, there are cool ones. I just really like these because of the animated effect. We'll just start with half. There we go. And as for these... definitely want one on each of the 4 corners, and then probably a couple down here. That's going to use all of them up, but it does help. You can't really tell as much in the daytime, but it will help. And down here, we have that light, but it doesn't really come through. So maybe get a bit of color again. Although I do really like these wrought iron ones. Nah, let's do the red paper lantern. Can I hang those on a wall? No, I can't, but can I convert them to a hanging lantern of any kind? No, I can't, but that's fine. We don't need it. We can just go boop, boop, and boop, boop. Light it up down here. You're gonna have to go. Okay, that should do wonders. Is there anywhere I can fit some more up here? I guess I could probably put them... No, I can't? Can't put them on that? Why not? They can't go on stairs? Can they go on trapdoors? No. Okay, never mind. There we go. Yeah, that's much better now that it's detailed. I like that. So what do we think overall? I'm a fan. I like this. It's been bothering me that the farms aren't filled. Maybe I'll just put some whatever seeds on the other side to make it a little bit more even. Oh, I've got these books too. I should put those somewhere. Get all the different seeds that we have. We will keep our books upstairs as if somebody's been hiding up here reading their books. Then over here, get some hemp, some wheat. I'm not going to do growth accelerators because we are not like desperately in need of this stuff, but at least it's here. Eventually it'll, you know, for example, if we ever came back to this world, the intent is to have this as another mystical agriculture area, so we could always move all of this. Belladonna. And then maybe, should I just make a few more to put in this front area just because it's bothering me? Nah, I want to keep that one organized with just the things that we want. Getting some pig seeds, apparently, which actually I think is a real thing. Not even making that up. Yeah, you can get pig seeds. You must capture pig souls, however. And then what can you do with that? Remind me, with pig essence? You can make raw pork chops. Very useful. Except not really. Oh, you can make pig spawn eggs. Maybe. Maybe that's useful. I don't know. Kind of rambling. It's because I don't want it to end. We are approaching the end, unfortunately. Got these charged quartz fixtures, too. Just gonna pop those down somewhere because they're pretty cool. Oh, the pathway. We forgot the pathway. It's like 2 steps to get over there, but we'll still do it. Just do what we usually do. Make it look a little mixed between different types of blocks and the path blocks. Probably get some gravel or something to fill in some of the rest. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Pathway. And we bone meal both sides. I am pleased. I like how that turned out. And we'll wait till nighttime so we can actually see how this, with the exterior lighting, if that all worked out okay. But, man, we accomplished a lot. I'm still kind of salty about that mechanism thing. But, aside from that, I mean, this is just nuts. I rarely came over to this side, but that's kind of neat how it's almost hidden from this side. I faced everything the other direction. You can hardly tell, except for the roof kind of popping out a bit there, that anything is going on. But that is quite nice. Do the full, like, 360 around it. Dun da 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 da. It looks so cool. I did a good job. No, I think it's great. I think it all turned out great. All right, is there anything else to say before we head into our last night and just take a look at what this looks like at nighttime? I kind of already said what I want to say. I think I did a good job. I'm happy with how everything turned out. Lots of really neat things. You know, I've never done the Geor stuff before, so that was really helpful for some of the stuff we would need, you know, the gold, the iron, redstone, all that sort of thing. Some familiar things like create, we went and did some of that, no issues there. Mystical agriculture, I was glad we had a chance to use that again because I love it. Same goes for AE2, being able to set that up again. So I enjoy the modded stuff. I am super curious still about Mechanism. If you know how to get a start on that in this mod pack, I'd really appreciate some tips there because it was driving me a bit nuts. And as we wind down, I will mention, let me know in the comments about future videos. I'm back in the sort of headspace with the new year where what should I be doing this year? You know, lots more of this modded stuff. Should I, you know, maybe stick to more vanilla? Maybe should I even start a new hardcore world, like a series that just, you know, we spend several hundred days, maybe 1,000 days in, that sort of thing. So let me know your thoughts on that. Also, take a look behind me. Yeah, that tower looks good at night. It's nice and lit up now, so I think that all looks good. Everything looks good at night. I love the kind of variants of lanterns that we were able to use and different kinds of lighting. Made everything look really nice back there. So leave me those comments, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't yet. All of the good stuff. But with that, I will say once again, thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one, citizens.